I heard this.
What?
Sounds familiar.
I think I saw this Softmint advert. Also, Softmints are great.
I'm ready.
Okay. So, last time, started out, you're on open sea, as you are a lot of times in this campaign, and from the water emerged the figure of Azalea ap Holyheart, who was a failed student of Charis ap Savides, and she warned Hipatra that maybe not all was as it seemed with Chorus's death, and maybe it wasn't that much of an accident, and that she should find this turtle named Kolka ap Cockleshell. And she's also given a lovely steed named Bubbles, who is called Bubbles, surprisingly. You then set off to the Caudal Isle, which is part of the Moorfish Lagoon, where who was it? Where Rill and Babette had a very bad feeling about the foreman who was trying to lead you into the caves, and well, it turned out that was a very good feeling to have, because he worked for the he didn't work for him. He praises the god Jorfon, who is the god of decay and hunger, and it was a bit back and forth. You managed to get out, and Gylfi had a bit of a close moment with one of the spawn, but at the moment you're floating on open sea. You were just about to have a long rest, which would have gone fine, but before we ended last time, we worked out your boat had actually been blown pretty far backwards round here. So, if you haven't already, you can do your long rests, and you'd awake to find yourselves staring at the long island chain of the Moorfish Lagoon, and you've actually awoken on the southwestern side, whereas you'd actually gone to sleep on the southeastern side.
Sorry, does that mean that we had a long rest?
Yes, you can take a long rest.
Yay! I mean, I've got all my hit points and everything, so I don't know why I'm that bothered, but, you know.
Yeah, Rill wakes up and stretches, looks around. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
This looks different. I think we've floated a fair distance.
Yes, how did this happen?
That's the winds of fate. I can't do this for us today, but it's gonna just be even squeaky than normal. That's just the winds of fate, real. I took them out for seawater when I wasn't looking.
Oh. So this is where we're meant to go?
Maybe.
Gylfi?
Yeah.
Would you mind taking a look? I am lost.
You mean just fly around, see where we are?
Yeah, see if you can see any land masses or...
Okay. Yeah. So she'll
Thank
just
you.
jump off the side of the boat, fly upwards, have a look around.
Yeah, do a survival check, Gylfi. See if you can work out where you are. You have been sort of around here before, so DC's quite low. It's quite difficult to get the island chain wrong. You'd be able to see these very craggy islands to your north, which seems to be curling round like a fish jumping. And you see the island that you previously just exited. You think if you're planning to go to the Pelagic Harbour now, it's basically directly east. You could almost get there in a day. It's but you just see it on the very edge of the horizon.
Okay. she'll come back down. I should say, well, my navigation is not great in the day, but I think we're about a day. We may have floated a bit far.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for looking. Are we still wanting to same plan? Head to the harbor?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
What?
He's calling out across the boats and Bubbles.
I don't see why not. I guess
Right.
so. Unless you wanted to get your boat fixed first, Ro.
Guess it might be an option. But it would be.
You'd know the closest place to get your boat fixed from here is either the Pelagic Harbour or Bilgewater, which is like 2 days away.
Yeah, fuck that. I think the harbour's our best bet. Just gonna have to hope for clear sailing or paddling.
Looks down as water spills up from the bottom of it. So,
Yep,
okay.
a day of damp feet.
Hmm.
I've also realised I don't have a fishing rod, but perhaps if I give praise to great Senex and he hears my call, a
Mhm.
fishing rod might be bestowed upon me. And Rill holds his open hand up in a grand gesture.
So as you do this, Rill, you hear this creaking,
Uh-oh.
and you look around, and you realise that a wooden beam is forming in your hand with what seems to be twine on the end. But as that's forming, you can see part of your boat getting ripped off, like from the side.
Please don't kill the bread bowl, Mr. Senex, sir.
It doesn't seem to be a structurally important part. It's just
Okay.
kind of, and it seems to reform into this very crude rod in your hands.
Thank you.
Mm.
See if I can get us some breakfast.
I feel like maybe you should have tried asking Brian Billing first.
You could have just asked me. I got a fishing rod.
Oh, well. But then I wouldn't have this wonderful, elegant.
Russ.
Yeah. Anyway, watch this. He's going to try and fish. Or don't watch. It's not very interesting. It's just fishing.
So you
No,
can do
I'm watching real intently like
Oh
now.
no.
a survival. Hang on, let me see how I did this before.
Tell you better
Reject.
sing song. You want to bet you gonna mess this up?
Gilfie is also watching as well. We're also preening blood off her feathers.
Yeah, can you roll a survival check?
Easy peasy.
Oh. Go on.
So real. Fling it off. It's only a few minutes. You're quite near it. And you sort of heave and you heave, like as something pulls on it. You get a decent sized well,
Peasy.
it's a salmon, but it's quite small, but salmon's pretty big. So you did pretty well.
Holds it up happily.
Oh, well done, Rio.
Thank you. Anyone fancy salmon for breakfast? I'm not too sure how to cook it. Can't really set fire to stuff, but
I mean, you are a fire Ganassi.
that's true. But I think that would take a long time and be quite burny.
Mm. Is there anywhere like nearby, like a little tiny island or anything, Kieran?
With the survival check from earlier, Gilfie, when you went up, you would have seen an island nearby, which is the one that you just escaped out of. But there's very craggy, rocky islands as well. It might be quite difficult to pull up to them, but you could certainly try.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, especially with the bread bowl in such shit shape, like hits the
Yeah.
wrong rock.
Guess we could just eat it raw.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Nothing like a bit of sashimi to wake you up in the morning.
I've heard that's what they do in Waterdeep.
What's that?
It's,
We're in a different world, aren't you?
oh, are we? I apologize. I thought talking about Japan would be wrong, and never mind.
Sashimi's a pearl delicacy.
Culturally
Sashimi is a
appropriated.
universal language.
Created by the great Hitoki app Sashimi.
Yeah, Real will try and like get cuts out of it, but he's no chef, and his only real cooking experience is with baking. So
Has you got a little knife that you can do it with?
he's got a couple of daggers. Daggers.
You
And
could
his
probably do
short
it with a
sword.
dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you send some,
I can't do this fucking voice today.
if you send some money over this way, Hothead, I can get the pearl to get you some cooking utensils.
Oh, how much?
Let me have a look. Wait, that's not what I found. What am I doing? Items. Items. The equipment. Cooking. Why is that not coming up?
It cooks utensils.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good shot.
That's gold.
Oh, yeah. He pings a gold over.
Yeah, I summoned some cook's utensils from
Oh hell yeah.
Mm.
Real enthusiastically rifles through the cook's utensils, probably cuts his finger a little bit as he does so, and like pulls out knives that look like they might be useful and goes to work. But he's definitely not proficient.
Is he trying to cut it into equal portions?
Yes. Yeah,
Nothing fancy, right?
nothing fancy.
Is he trying to skin it? Or is he keeping that on?
Skin it.
Just survival check.
I'll give you a bardic inspiration to go alongside that.
Woohoo!
You doing some for Sing Song as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't giving him no bardic inspiration.
No, we don't like Sing Song. I can't believe Flood died and he's still there, just pissing everybody off.
With the bardic inspiration, dirty 20.
Yeah. So, really, considering that you're trying to chop it on your boat, that is falling apart, you do a very good job. You get, you make it. I imagine you'd even leave some very thin bones in for Gilfy. I know that birds like that, right? Or is that cats? I don't know.
No, birds do.
Kieran, why
Birds
did
do-
that
birds-
sound like you were trying to chat up Gilfy?
I'm
I don't
not.
think birds like that, right?
I thought Real would be conscientious of her diet.
Yeah. He'd be asking people how they want it as he's doing it.
Yeah, birds
Yeah,
need
leave the bones in.
birds need rough bits for their gizzard. So yeah.
Mm.
I need it for my feet. I don't get enough calcium and my feet go swelling up and all rotten like.
Okay. Good eating talk.
That's what
As you're
happened to my
doing-
daddy. That's why he couldn't sail the bugger boat anymore.
As
Oh.
you're doing it, Sing Song will be like, Hothead, I'll have the head, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Most delicious bit. It's got nice juicy eyeballs. I like to roll them around in my mouth and
Please,
salty
no.
explosion.
No more.
Yeah, Real stabs a dagger through the head and just holds the dagger over to Sing Song.
Mm.
There you go.
Most delicious.
Not on my seahorse, thank you.
Oh, how rude of me. Bubbles, would you like any?
Well, you just dropped some on his head, so...
Oh, well,
Bubbles would
that's-
have eaten it, definitely.
I'm generous.
How big
Don't
is this
drop any
tuna?
eyeballs on my horse.
No eyeballs, loud and clear.
Disgusting.
Yeah, Real's quite pleased with himself. Did a decent job.
See, I'll show you on the map. So you are currently here. Oh, you're currently here. And you're heading into this bit over here. It is about, yeah, this Everyone do a history check to see what they might know about the Pelagic Harbour.
Oh yeah, I've got expertise in history.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, everyone
Oh
knows.
my god, tell us
Yeah.
everything, Kieran.
So,
We just wasted 2 nat 20s on a history.
okay, so you know that the Pelagic Harbour used to be a heavily forested island. This is part of the reason that it got turned into the harbour. Don't know. So along this whole western coast are basically shipyards, huge cranes which maintain the Pelagic Union's navy. So all of this is like dense industry. There is a very small settlement where this red arrow is pointing, which is a city called Pelagia. It's basically the heart of the island. It distributes the resources out to like lumberjacks, sawmills, which all funnel their goods towards this western coast. So, and the city itself is sort of split into 3 segments. There's a sort of a bastion they only really allowed to go into if you're a proper trader, you're bringing goods to the island, or you're part of a navy. There is the north side, which is more like a slum district where a lot of the workers live, and there is the south side where it's a bit more fancy. Seeing as you need a boat fixed, you probably think it's a rowboat. You'd probably be able to find someone in the north side to do that for you. Is there anything else anyone has any questions about? Because I feel like with those 2 nat 20s, you'd have a good idea of most stuff on the island.
Is there any good places to buy stuff?
So the whole of the north side is basically a sprawling, open market. But there is a speciality shop called Vapor's Bits. You think between these 2 places, you could probably get any like mundane equipment you need, and there's probably some interesting stuff at Vapor's Bits which could be worth checking out. You would know someone, I don't know which one of you, probably Babette would know that.
I got a 26.
Yeah. You'd know the name of Second Fin Dinghy Co.
Dinghy company.
And that's on the north side. You'd also know, pulling into this harbour, if you're going to dock up in a rowboat, you should do it on the north side. Otherwise, you're going to be in these deep, you're basically going to get swamped by massive boats, which might crush you.
Want to head to the north side of the harbour. We could go dock up there. Second Fin Dinghy Company gonna fix up the bread bowl for you, probably.
Oh, that's amazing, boss. Thank you.
Yeah, they fixed the bugger boat a few times.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and seeing as you said about that, Babette, you would know the guy's name. He's a Lacaffer, and his name is Schmug.
How'd you spell that?
SCHMUG. Schmug.
Mug.
Yeah.
He's
Schmug will sort you out.
He's a bit of a wheeler dealer geezer, but he's a good guy. You probably also know Babette, that on the north side is an inn that you could stay at called the Rusted Bucket.
I would communicate that. I'm trying not to talk too much.
And Hepatra, you would know there's a building on the north side which is like a collective temple called the House of the Gods, which basically worships the major deities in the Shattered Lake. Yeah, and the other thing that I'll tell you for that is that there's the central sort of bastion is called blah, 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 blah. It's called the Conch Keep, and it's like got wooden walls around it, so you have to get permission to enter. But that might be where you're trying to look for the PDF. That might be quite a good place to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Set sail, and by sail I mean start rowing.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. Rill must be getting absolutely jacked. Like,
Yep. Well, as a part of it, I've been because of with the subclass that I've reflavored for his inner lives. I get to choose a proficiency after each long rest to have. Only one at a time, and I've been using athletics. So anyone observing him rowing closely would occasionally see a little glimmer of like golden fire around his shoulders and arms.
I'm going to ritually cast Poseidon, Lord of the Ocean, to really help because he's really good at it with his one strength.
Yes, my companion.
It's for the counts.
I know I usually fly, but can I stay in your boat for a bit, Real?
You're more than welcome, Gilfie. Take in the sights of the lake from down here.
I want to try and get these back in order. She sort of opens her wings out, and all the map is kind of skewed from all the damage.
yeah.
So, yeah, I just want to fix it up a bit.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough. How do you remember where they go?
Oh, I remember. As soon as you start doing it, it just kind of comes to you, you know?
Cool. I've thought about getting tattoos before. Always kind of freak myself out about it.
I don't think you should do that.
Like what?
I don't know. That's the other point, and I can never think of anything good. Everything feels too cliche. Get like a flame, you know? I thought maybe something to do with the bakery, but I couldn't think of a good bakery tattoo.
Bread.
Is a loaf of bread a good tattoo, though?
Logos are usually pretty good.
What's good? Logos? My family don't really have a logo. I think the ship is kind of the logo itself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get one on either shoulder, one that says Bugaboo and the other said Bitsy.
Why haven't you done it?
Because, Locafa have a semi-absorbent skin, so tattoos can, they're not as permanent as they are for Ganassi and Merfolk.
You could always burn it into yourself, boss.
I mean, that's a possibility, but I have an aversion to fire.
At your service, boss. And he like lights up the end of his finger.
Maybe next time you guys should focus on the task at hand rather than thinking about burning me alive. I've got enough enemies who want to do that already.
Alright. Will goes back to rowing.
Gilfie starts to put the map back on, and it is magically. It does go back on magically, so you would see magical map.
So, can someone give me a perception? Can someone roll a d20? Start off this leg of a journey.
I'm doing it. I got a 9. It's a 9.
Let me have a look at this little thing. And can someone roll me a perception check, and the other one roll me a survival check?
I'm not that great at either, so someone else.
I'll do survival. Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa, let's go.
Nice.
Who can do perception? I mean, I can do it if you really want, but it's not going to be that great.
Yeah, I'm +1.
Okay.
Was that
Okay.
Perception.
+2 on my perception.
I mean, I could do it.
That's with proficiency.
I'll do it.
Right. So, even though you've been blown quite far off course, you remember the sort of the ocean currents that you took yesterday, and you managed to catch up a little bit of speed. You're going on quite well now. You easily get back to the position that you were yesterday after only about an hour and a half, as you catch this current going down the side of the island. As you come back to the south side, you sort of see the open moor of Caudle Isle, where you were recently driven out of. I can imagine there must be some bad memories of there, and maybe one day you'll be back again. But as you follow this ocean current, is Gilfie in the boat?
Gilfie would have probably gotten out the boat after like a couple of hours doing the
Okay.
map. Let me just have a look, see how long it takes to do the map. Yeah, it's an hour, so yeah, after an hour.
So Gilfie, after maybe 4 hours of travel, you haven't really seen anyone passing by. It's been a very calm day. The sun is blaring down because it's getting like to the middle of the year when it's almost too hot to like go outside. And but in the very, very distance, maybe half a mile away, as you're ploughing along, guys like trying to do some doing some sing songs, but I think everyone just wants to get there at this point. But you see what looks like a dinghy just floating out in the open ocean. You might be able to tell there's some humanoid figures on it. Maybe either 2 to 4. But seeing a dinghy out this deep is quite unusual, except for you guys. You're like in the middle of the ocean.
By the way, I would have had Hothead do my makeup in the morning to make sure no one recognizes me as we get closer and closer to the pearl.
Oh yeah. Do I need to do on the roll?
Yeah, do another roll for today.
Ah, shit.
We'll do it daily, unless something happens and it comes
What
off.
was it? It was intelligence.
Sleight of hand
Plus
of
your-
intelligence.
Oh, which is just sleight of hand. Wait.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So real. Is he going for the same costume as before?
What was
Old
it? It was
lady.
Like an old lady, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd go old lady, but with maybe a little bit of more flair, as he's starting to feel more confident. 2 days in a row, he's doing it now. A little bit more rouge on them cheeks. But yeah,
I'm looking
old lady.
mighty fine. Good job, Hothead.
It's your command, boss. This is a skill set I didn't know I had.
You could take up in the theaters and all that.
Maybe if this doesn't work out, maybe I will.
So,
Was it Gilfie that saw the dinghy?
yeah, but it'd be Gilfie as she was up in the air. You can just see it bobbing. It doesn't actually look like it's moving.
Okay. Gilfie would swoop down to the guys. She'd be like, I don't know if this is normal, but there's a boat just floating around, kind of small. Doesn't seem to be doing anything, but there's people on it.
I've been looking for
She
some
points in the
customers,
direction
to be
where it
honest.
is.
Running real low on stuff, so I'm gonna hold on. How much money do I have? What'll be a good
Maybe-
thing to sell? I'm gonna. Actually, maybe that's a bit much. I'm gonna use my sustained supplies feature to create an amulet worth 5 gold. No, I gotta be more ambitious than that. What's a good idea? Let's go with... Oh, I don't know. Hold on, let me look at the cost. Let's say 25 minimum cost.
What's this for?
I'm gonna, sorry. I'm just looking for the appropriate thing.
What?
I'm gonna summon a fancy book worth 25 gold pieces from the sustained supplies feature, if that's alright. And then
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna cast. Hold on, let me just add it to my thing. I'm gonna cast a distort value on it. It takes 1 minute to cast. I'll post it in the chat. Basically, I'm gonna make it look with illusory flourishes or polish to make its perceived value double what it actually is. So, to someone else, unless they can do an investigation check against my spell save DC, they think it's worth double what it's actually worth.
Okay. I see.
Okay.
Interesting.
That effect lasts 8 hours.
I don't know how that helps us with those guys over there, though.
They might be potential customers to buy a book about nautical supplies.
Okay, well, they're in that direction.
Are we heading in, boss?
Yeah, let's see what fruit this our labour might bring us.
Hey.
A few
So-
guys back up higher.
Yeah.
Brill's gonna hang towards the back, unless told otherwise, because of the state of the bread bowl.
Yeah. Sing song be like, always on the prowl, boss. You'll find some customers.
Exactly. Need to get back some money after I spent it all using the power of the pearl to make sure none of us died.
Mm.
Feels like we owe you a bit more than our lives, eh, boss? And he like flips you a pearl.
Damn straight, Head. This is why I like you.
You'd hear Hipatra say creep under her.
So, as you're approaching, can you all do perception checks? Gilfie's might have a bit lower DC, seeing as she's in the air. She might be able to notice other things you can't from eye level.
I got a natural fucking 20, baby. That's the second one that's nice.
Jesus Christ.
17.
This is like I was gonna say it's the opposite of the Cold Mountain, but then
What?
I rolled a 1.
So, as you're approaching, Babette, one thing you notice is all the time you've been approaching it, this boat hasn't moved. And as you're looking at it, you don't see the boat doesn't have any paddles. You can see what look like 3 Aquan figures dressed very raggedly. You can't really see any items on them. 2 of them seem to be huddled into the corner. There's another one he's seen your boat approaching and he's almost stood up and he's like putting his hands on the sort of a bow and like waving at you as you draw closer. You'd also notice these figures look very gaunt. It looks like they could have been out here for a while.
I want to do an insight check and see if this looks like some kind of trap.
Just see if I can think of anything Gilfie might have noticed from above. Gilfie, from above, you'd notice these guys are heavily sunburnt.
Mm. Okay.
Would Hipatra notice anything from in the water?
From in the water, you can tell their boat isn't of good quality.
Pirates!
You can assume what you want, but
He would swoop down and say, maybe they've been out for a while. They've all got quite bad sunburn.
Still doing that insight check. I want to see if this is a trap. I don't have a clue. It's 5.
I guess I'll do a. Wisdom. No, wait. Yeah, as you approach, as your little party approaches, you can notice them get visibly more and more excited. They look genuinely very pleased to see you all. Even the ones huddled in the corner, you hear them like, and it's like, we've been out here for days. And I'll take you over to the map.
I think they're departed.
So you guys are here. No, that maybe.
This seems like a dodgy situation.
Sing song, keep your distance. You don't know where to trust these kind of folk.
Got it, boss. Babette, with your nat 20, you wouldn't have seen any weapons on them. Especially at eye level. Gilfy, you wouldn't have seen any weapons or equipment at the bottom of their boat either.
Even worse, they got nothing to buy.
Flies down. It's seems like they don't really have much on them.
Investigate
paddles.
first, mate.
Okay. And she'll fly over about 15 foot above.
Yeah, but you see these guys, they're like in the corner. He's like, we've been out here days, please take us to land.
What are you all doing out here with nothing?
Our boat, it sank, and we're the only ones who got off.
Oh. Aren't you all aquans? Can't you swim?
We can't swim all the way.
Oh. Okay,
As you get this close,
yeah.
do a medicine check.
Okay.
You can see this guy's very skinny. The other ones look like they have no energy in the corner.
Nearly a 1.
Yeah, but these two guys at the back, they look very ill. They've got blisters all over their face. This guy, he seems to be wrapped up more, and it's difficult to discern. But you can see his eyes have great bags under them, and you think this might be more than just starvation. You think these guys might be diseased.
Okay. Yeah. Well, why did your boat sink? Did you get attacked or something?
Yeah, that's it. The pirates. They came and we're the only ones who jumped off. My name's Wave at Bowscraper. Bowscraper. That was the ship we were on, right, guys? And they're like,
Oh, I'm doing an inside check on that.
That's my favourite sound Kieran's ever made. Oh yeah.
Oh, these nat 20s today. Fucking hell.
Yeah, we're killing it.
Don't say that.
This game's easy.
Gilfy?
No, not as in gangster, as in if you say that, you are tempting fate.
You, as this guy's talking, he's like, yeah, they threw us off. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, it's a lot of seawater.
Are you sure? It seems there's something wrong with you.
We've just got a bit exhausted being out here, right, guys? And they're like, yeah, please take us to land. We don't have any oars.
Oh, wait here. Just gonna fly back. It's gonna be, she says to everyone. Well, they look kind of ill. I don't really believe their story about being thrown off a boat. Maybe we just give them an oar and we go away. You know, I don't really want anyone else to catch what they've got.
Can I see if I can think of anything that might be a cause of that affliction?
Alright, if Gilfy were to describe their symptoms, you could do a medicine check.
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check. That's a 6.
I mean, their symptoms are very general. Probably some sort of fever.
Sounds contagious to me.
Yeah. I would have quite liked to help them, but not. I don't really want to die of coughing. So
Yeah, smart thinking, first mate.
I can just drop them an ore if we want to do that.
Yeah, I guess so. Do we have enough ores to give them?
Did we have other boats? Where did they go?
You're pulling one. You're pulling the. You're pulling a Wandering Star, which does have some ores inside.
Well, we can use those ones if we want to let them go. But
What do you think, Hawhead?
Did they say why they have thrown off their boat? First Mate Feathers.
they did, but Hannah can't remember because.
Said pirates.
Oh yeah, pirates. They said pirates. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's possible pirates might have done it, because they're ill or whatever reason. I don't know.
Did the symptoms look bad?
Pretty sunburnt. They look pretty gaunt. And coughing. And what was the other two? There was another symptom that I can't remember either.
Or they had like blisters across their faces as well.
Yeah, that.
Well, boss, I don't think we should put ourselves in jeopardy. Wonder if they were thrown off the boat because it was something bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, maybe they did something bad as well. I don't know. But I feel bad just leaving them to drift around. So maybe, just give them an oar.
Yeah, I guess so. We can give them the ores from the Stargaze or whatever it's called.
We can do. Goes and picks one up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd be able to take one at a time, Gilfie.
Yeah. Do we want to give them both or just the one?
If
Not
they
really
got
sure how.
one, they're gonna just be going around in circles.
Oh, okay. Picks up the one.
Mm-hmm.
Flies it over. Doesn't go near them, but just drops it down the boat.
Okay, so you expect us to row? I don't have the strength. We've been out here days.
Oh, that's a good point.
How far up is Gilfie?
15 foot, I think.
Okay, yeah. He'd be on the bow, just shouting, please, look at my men. They're barely holding it together. The sun has really afflicted them.
I could give you a head start, and you could just carry it on. Maybe go with the wind. Wind usually doesn't steer me wrong.
Persuasion check, Gilfie. If you make us row, we won't ever get back. We must be miles out from anywhere.
The closest one is, she thinks for a second.
Caudal Isle.
Caudal Isle.
The Moorfish Farm?
Hold on. She's gonna go get the other oar.
Yep.
Gonna take it back over there, 15 foot up. Well, I mean, it's kind of the best I can do. She gives them the oar from above. Wait, one more second. She's gonna go back. She says, they said they don't really have the strength to, paddle. Maybe, anyone got any other ideas? Or should we just leave them?
Got some rope. We could tie them on.
Hmm.
If they make any kind of funny move, we can just cut the rope.
Maybe if we take them back to land, boss, we can get a little reward.
It's true, but I don't want to get infected.
Well, a long rope then.
Yeah.
Or the rope, I suppose. Yeah. Might not want the rope back though. What about if we get them to where they're going and then they don't want them either?
Well, then we've done a good deed and we can leave them with clear conscience.
As you're talking, you start to hear the sort of waves as the boat slowly. You see the main guy you're talking to wave. He's slowly paddling towards where you are.
He's coming.
Keep your distance.
Wait over there. Just gonna try and gust them away with gust cantrip.
Okay.
Stay back a little bit.
Okay, I'll do. What's the DC for that? Or what's the
Strength
plus
13.
modifier? Okay, he's gonna try and paddle. He's like, "We'll be better together. We can make it together." As he tries to row towards you, but he's at
Oh, he does.
disadvantage. He's at disadvantage, though.
Oh.
You blow him slightly backwards.
Wait over there, please. We're just thinking about it. I can take them the rope if we want to do that then. They seem desperate.
I don't know. I don't like this.
Can't just leave 3 men to die.
Hmm.
You said it was the winds of fate that blew us off course, boss.
Don't use my words against me, hothead.
Hold his hands up.
Fine, tie 'em on, but make sure, tell them to keep the distance, otherwise things will get explosive for them.
Okay. Do you want to tie one into your boat a bit?
No, tie to the bread bowl.
Yeah, felt that coming.
Okay.
Wait. Maybe, Rill, you could pilot their boat and they could go in the bread bowl. So if anything goes wrong. Huh?
I hate this idea in many ways, Sing Song.
Oh.
But keep that brain
Well,
ticking over. Yeah,
What
Rill.
about, yeah.
I was just gonna say, Rill would hold one end. He's got some rope. He'd hold one end of his rope and toss the other end up to Gilfie.
We'll catch it and she'll make one last suggestion. Well, you could, instead of tying it to the boat, you could have Bubbles just hold it and then they can just release it if they get weird.
What do you think, Hepatra?
I mean, sure, we could try it. Or I could hold it whilst I ride Bubbles.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how strong you need to be to pull a boat.
I mean, how heavy can it be? DM.
It would be quite heavy. You think maybe you could tie it around Bubbles and he could pull it from underwater, like crest the wave?
Yeah, I should give it a go.
Yeah. So I think you'd be able to form a loose sort of bridle for Bubbles. And Gilfie would have the other end of a rope.
Okay. I'm gonna go drop it down to them. Like, you tie this to your boat and we'll pull you along with our seahorse.
Oh, thank you. You don't know how much you've done.
So you gotta
Well-
keep your real long distance over here, okay?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We just want to get back to land.
Okay. You stay way back though. If you only use the oars to, like, get position and things like that.
He wearily lifts up and gives you a thumbs up, and he's like, "Don't worry, we'll be fine."
Sorry, like a lot. Okay, we're gonna go now then.
Yes, thank you so much.
Slightly grossed out, Gilfy flies back to everyone. Hopefully they'll be fine.
Well, a good deed every day.
Yeah. Hopefully they can paddle enough to not crash into a bunch of rocks.
Yeah, you'd see Gilfy. The other two guys from here, they just seem to have crashed out in the boat. Whereas Wave, he's the one who's like got the oars, and he's just like wearily like trying to steer it, like. But it looks pretty pathetic.
I could probably try and help them a little bit as we go as well, but we should carry on, I think.
Yeah. Let's keep going. And if they do crash into any rocks, then, well, problem kind of solves itself, doesn't it?
So,
Gilfy
Yeah.
will stay back to try and toss them in the right direction when need be.
I'll move you back to this map. Would you be setting out again with these guys in tow?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that seeing as Bubbles has a slightly faster speed than the boats, and now we're pulling this guy, you're going to go about the same speed as before. So you've got the next half a day's journey. You could make it probably about... You can't make it all the way to Pelagic Harbour, but you can get pretty damn close to it. You can probably go another 12 miles today, and then you'll be cresting to being near the island, and you could probably get to the island the next day at midday. But there is open ocean between where you are now and the harbour itself.
Open ocean, and we're in the little tiny boats.
Well, it's open ocean with lots and lots of broken little islands around it that don't have much on.
Just makes it worse.
Yeah, you could.
How many more hours out do we think we are?
Overall, you're probably.
If we wanted to try and push on and get exhausted or whatever.
You'd probably be 8 miles. Oh no, wait. So from here, you'd probably be 16 miles out at the moment. You would have travelled 12. No, that's wrong. You've travelled 4. You've got another 4 in you, but after that, there'd be another 6.
Okay.
Actually, no, there'd be another 4. Yeah.
So we just have to rest on the open ocean?
Well, yeah. You could do that, or you could try and find somewhere to tie your boats up to. Which, if you're going to continue, I'd have you do a survival roll to see if you can try and find somewhere where you won't drift away.
Just that open ocean in tiny boats sounds pretty dodge.
You did it last night.
Could we not push on?
You could push on, but it's each hour after you take an exhaustion check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that, and you'd have to make 4 of them.
Oof.
Have we got stonky cons? We've got good cons.
No.
Yeah, I mean mine's pretty good, but efficient. No, I think 4's a lot.
I'm gonna, by the way, summon up a vial from my portable storefront, and I'm gonna use the alchemy jug to pour half an ounce of basic poison into the vial, which fills it up 1/8 of the way, but that's all I can pour from it, so I'm slowly creating a vial of poison.
Okay.
Nice. It's like 200 gold, isn't it?
Something like
Vial of
that.
poison.
Yeah, it's 100 gold.
Sweet. Yeah, I guess we're tying ourselves up then.
Okay. So you go through the day, pulling and pulling. You can see the pelagic harbour slowly coming into view as the sun is going down, or the suns are going down. These guys that you picked up, Wave and his crew, they are sticking to what you said. They're basically giving it the whole rope's berth. If you look back, you would notice that at some points they've just stopped rowing, and Wave would just be like slumped over, resting in the boat, letting Bubbles to do all the work. It'd be getting to near the end of the day. Still quite a few hours to go to Pelagic Harbour, so you're trying to find somewhere to tie up or move on, or push on. I mean,
Tie up, I think.
Yes,
Okay.
child.
Yeah. Can Gilfy go scout somewhere to try and tie up?
yeah. If Gilfy's going to do a scout, I'd have her do a survival check.
I'll give her a bardic inspiration on that.
Yeah, can I guidance myself as well? Is it somewhat dark?
It'd be getting dark. It would be sort of, what do you call it? Yeah, the suns would almost be down.
And so she's gonna guidance herself as well. She's hopefully the stars will help me with finding somewhere. That's what I want.
Plus a d6.
Do you roll the d6 or do I?
You can roll it. I ain't rolling shit.
Eh,
Hey,
People.
as you're looking around, Gilfy, you see all these tiny, rocky little islands, but right beyond them, down a little passage, which looks quite well brooked, you'd see a more substantial one. It's pretty flat, but it's slightly raised out of water, and there's almost like a tailor-made rock formation that you could tie the boats to.
Yeah.
You think you might have to sleep in your boats, but one or two of you could get on the island if you wanted.
What are we gonna do about?
Found somewhere
them,
tiny, but it'll work. What did you say?
What are we gonna do about them three? What if they blow into us into the night and cough all over us?
I was kind of hoping Bubbles would act as a kind of anchor, but
We could take watches to keep an eye on them.
That's a good idea, Hothead.
okay.
Right, first, mate, you take the first watch, and then Hothead, you take the second, and then Miss Patra, if you would be so kind, to take the third.
Okay. I was
And
wondering
Jennifer,
also.
what you want taking?
I gotta get my beauty sleep.
And the rest of us haven't?
You're beautiful enough as it is.
Yes, flattery will get you nowhere.
Boss, I can stay up with someone if you want. I'm not adverse to helping out.
Yeah, go for it if you want to sing song.
Kind of looks around. Well, I would like to try out the bread bowl if you don't mind, Rill.
Sure, sing song.
I'll keep your spirits alive while you watch over those. He stares over at the boat. Diseased.
Disgusting.
I wish I was more poetic.
As long as you don't mind your feet getting wet. Read that, yeah.
If anything, I enjoy it. Getting my feet wet on the bread bowl. First time for everything.
Creep.
Yes, it is rather deep out here, Patra.
I was also thinking that they're probably hungry. Maybe have we got any food left?
I got some rations I can have.
Okay. I
I
don't
could
know how much
fish.
you're gonna want. Yeah, you could fish. I've got 2.
I'll
2.
pass over 3 rations.
Cool.
To everyone, or is that for these guys?
That's for them free.
Gilfie,
Is
we'll take it over to them. 3 rations.
she doing a drop off?
And a drop off. Yep.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ration would
delivery.
like bonk into the boat, and Wave would be like, "Thank you, up there, thank you."
That's alright, hopefully it helps. She flies away.
Yeah, you'd notice, Gofi, these other 2 guys are basically just huddled in the corner like a mound of cloth, but you didn't see them move the whole time you're over there.
Well, you're warm enough, guys, right? Warm?
Yes, I think it's boiling.
Oh, okay, they're too warm. Flies away.
If you don't fancy fishing, I can always use the magic of the pearl to make some more rations. But it costs, could cost money.
Is there? You said there was a little island here, Kieran, like a tiny
Yeah,
little island.
It's probably like on a battle grid. It's probably a 4x4 square
Oh
with
yeah.
a rock
Let's get-
formation jutting up out of one of them.
Let's get my land fishing blessing going.
Oh yeah,
Advantage.
very nice.
Bardic inspiration on that.
Oh yeah. Nat 20,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh,
Roll
As-
a d6. Roll a d6. That's right.
27.
So as you're doing this reel, you feel the blessing of Senex come over you, and like every few minutes you are catching a fresh fish for about half an hour.
Oh.
At the end, you just have a pile of them in your boat. There's a collection of more fish. There's even a mudster. There's some smaller fish as well, but it's like a veritable feast. I'd like you to do you can do a survival check to try and turn these into as many rations as possible.
Oh, I'm rolling so well.
You can have
today.
advantage because you got an at 20.
Uh,
Yeah.
21.
And with that, I think you'd get maybe 6 rations out of this.
Oh, I'll add it to my inventory. Dinner is served, guys.
6 rations in addition to
Yep.
a meal for everyone tonight.
Thank you very much.
nice.
Good job out here.
Dinner is served. Thanks, Senex, for the great bounty of the lake.
Yeah, thanks and all that.
I don't think I've seen you fish so good, real, before.
When you've got a kindly old guy watching your back, that sounds weird. It helps.
You'd almost see on the edge of your vision, sitting on the bread bowl reel, is the vision of an old man. But as you turn to look at him, he's gone.
Oh,
Mm.
he's with us here.
Fee comes down and lands next to you, real. Now I'm spoilt for choice.
And anyone who eats that fish gets 8 temporary HP. We're about to go to sleep, so it'll go away again. But
That's pretty good.
if we get attacked,
Nice.
yeah, take your choice, Goofy.
Hmm.
You point, I'll slice.
She points at like 3 different ones. It's like, can I have a bit of everything?
Sampler platter. I like it.
Mm.
He starts chopping stuff up.
Just a head for me, please. Hothead.
Head guy.
Yes. It's a delicacy over in he kind of looks for a place. The shell. Those soldier boys love a bit of fish head, don't you know? Who doesn't love head though? Am I right? Looks around.
Real blushes, but you
Yup.
can't tell. He's got red skin.
Hey, Padra, are you gonna have some?
Uh,
What
Yeah.
about you, Babette?
as long as I don't have to have the
Yeah.
head.
Yep.
Or give
Pretty
him
good.
a head.
Give me my share and a little bit extra on top.
Yep, Real carves it all up for everyone.
Yeah. With
Shattered lakes. premier new sushi chef.
Wish I hadn't used a fucking alchemy jug on basic poison, otherwise I would have dipped it in some mayonnaise. Sorry, tartar sauce.
Yum yum yum.
Mm. I'll take the first watch then. And she jumps up and perches on whatever rock is nearby.
Yeah. So if everyone's ready to,
Rill would have sent a little fish package to these guys as well.
along with the rations Gilfy gave him.
Yep.
Yeah. If they're doing the drop off again, you'd see the guy like he doesn't even bother to get out this time. Gilfy, he's just waves. He's like, "Thank you up there."
That's okay. She waves down to him as well.
God, they're gonna be fucking dead in the morning.
Yeah, they are, yeah. Yeah, I'll do the first one. Then, so she perches on Little Rock. I'm gonna say she's probably quite distracted. She didn't get to look at the stars last night, so she probably looks at them a bit more tonight.
And of course, you'd see your favourites burning out. It's a very clear sky tonight, as it usually is this time of year. Can you do a perception check for your first part of the watch, Gilfy?
Mm-hmm. Yep, distracted.
So, as I imagine you should be quite distracted by these guys, like making sure they don't come closer, but they mostly just seem to be exhausted, just hanging, just crumpled into the boat. When you look right in the distance, you can see the pelagic harbour. You can pick out these tiny specks, like with your very good vision, that look like you think it might be huge wooden cranes. You can see in the dark these like big cogs slowly doing a wide berth around you. But you definitely can feel like you might be entering more of a civilization, but you don't see anything dangerous during this period of your watch.
Okay. Good. Go and wake someone up. Whoever was next, I can't remember.
Rill, I think.
Yeah.
Your turn, Rill.
All
Straight
right.
a bit.
Thanks, Gilfy. Sing Song offered to accompany me, but maybe we should just let him sleep.
Yeah, if you looked over Rill, you would see guys are just like in the bugger boat, like
Fish
half propped
eyeballs
up.
hanging out his mouth.
Yeah.
Certainly more restful, perhaps, if we do let him sleep. As
Yeah, I think I'll go for that one. Maybe practice my aim. He like summons a little flame into his hand.
Goofy tucks her wings in as much as they can go. Still take up a lot of room though. Where's Cleopatra sleeping? Is she on the boat as well?
Yeah, is she under boat or underwater?
Anya says she's on the boat.
She's on the boat.
She was just trying.
Sorry, I'm cooking
Sorry.
as well, so I don't want to keep making loads of noise.
Oh, Gucci. Perception check for Will.
Yes, please.
Perception. A 12.
So as it gets properly dark, Rill, it's been a calm few hours, but you can see this boat over here very slowly drifting towards your boats. Maybe it was at 50 feet. It might be at 35 feet now. The guys don't look like they're up. The boat just looks like it's naturally drifting towards you.
How annoying. Vic. I mean, if I shoot the boat, the momentum of the arrow carries into the boat.
True.
So we've got this tiny little islet.
Mm-hmm.
We're tied up to it, or like beached or whatever, so we don't
Yep.
float away.
Yeah.
These guys are still tied by rope to Bubbles.
I imagine
And,
Bubbles is quite near the island.
Yeah, and they are floating slowly towards us. Shit. He will sit and watch if it's still going for another 5 feet, just to see if it stops or keeps going.
Yeah, so over the next hour reel, you'd see that it's definitely moving and maybe another 5 feet towards you. So it's at 30 feet now.
Damn it.
And the guys wouldn't have stirred.
Yeah. I am tempted to go and push it away. Got my mariner's leather, so I can swim. It gives me a chance to practice my swimming with nobody watching. Yeah, he's gonna take some precautions. He's gonna sheath his nice weapons, and he's gonna leave the short bow in the boat.
Mhm.
But he's gonna slip into the water and swim over to the plague ship.
Is he trying to be stealthy about it?
Yeah, he's definitely trying not to make much noise.
Okay. He's got the mariner's leather though, right?
Got the mariner's leather, and he's gonna have a dagger in each hand as he gets closer, because he wants to use them as like points to push with.
Okay. I'll say as you take to the water, it feels different to whenever you've done it before. This thing almost seems to be orientating you for your, like, instead of you having to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So you've almost got like naturally perfect technique.
Oh, that's a huge relief for real. He has not had a good swimming life.
And if he's trying to go slowly over there with the mariner's leather because it's helping you, can you do a stealth check, please?
They're only 7.
So as you're swimming through
I think
the
probably,
water,
yeah, his because he's scared of the water. So
yeah,
he's probably breathing quite heavily and being a bit splashy when he doesn't need to be.
you
Especially because
see,
it's dark, and I've suddenly thought
Yeah.
like it would just be like pitch black water that he's swimming in. Be like, oh man, oh, felt something against my leg.
maybe as you get within 10 feet of the boat,
Mhm.
you accidentally splash up and the cold water goes over the boat and you hear like I will do Constitution save for this guy to see if he wakes up. So with that you hear as he falls back to sleep.
Breathes out, just like it's just water. It's just water. Just like Dad said, it's just water. And he paddles forward again and tries to use the 2 point. Actually, no, yeah, the points of the daggers to push with against the boat and like kick with his legs. But
Doing athletics shit.
oh yeah. So with the athletics, you have a little golden glimmer over him. 15.
Managed to push it just enough that it sort of naturally starts going backwards, and as it reaches the end of the rope, the rope tugs a little bit, but there's no rebound as Bubbles probably didn't like react to it.
Beautiful. Yeah. Kind of smiles to himself. It's been a good day of new skills. And swims back to the bread bowl. As he pulls himself up into the bread bowl, he's like, just saying to himself in his head, like, oh yeah, I'm wet now. And
Yeah,
has to kind of sit huddled, shivering, with his little produce flame held in his hand, trying to dry off a bit.
you would notice that the mariner's leather very quickly, like most of the water, just like rinses off. Like you just pretty much push it with your hands, and under it is directly dry, but every other part of your body is wet that you'd expect.
You were a good buy. Yeah, so he'd try and dry himself off, but he's very happy, sort of glowing a little bit with his pleased with the day's work.
You waking
That's
up,
him.
Hepatra?
Yes. Yeah, he'd gently shake Hepatra's shoulder. Time to get up. Hepatra, it's your watch. She is here.
What? Okay.
The sick guys, they floated a bit closer in the night. I pushed them back a bit, but I think they're pretty fixed for now.
Okay, I'll keep an eye. Don't want them getting any closer.
Yeah. Bubbles okay?
I think so. He seems to be pretty fast asleep.
Well, have a good watch.
Have a good sleep.
Thank you. Curls up.
Patra, first off, can you roll me a d20?
Oh no. What are you up to?
Okay. And can you roll a perception check, please?
No, because you're up to something. And I don't trust you as a DM.
Or
Whoa.
Patra.
Oh,
This-
yeah.
After about 2 or 3 hours just watching, you don't see the plague ship come any closer. Seems like Bubbles has worked out a way to keep it away from him, however that happened. But right on the horizon, as the sun starts dawning,
Mm-hmm.
you see a tiny little rowboat coming towards you. It's very similar to yours, but it almost seems to have like a shed built onto the back.
Oh dear God! Right.
It looks like maybe it's half an hour away. So as your watch ends, this boat might be quite close to you.
Okay.
Would you be watching it all the way in?
Probably. It's pretty suspicious.
Yeah. As it gets closer and closer, you can definitely make out that this looks like a oddly designed special rowboat, and it seems to curl around. Definitely not aerodynamic. And you see a little Lacaffa figure, which you can just make out from its like more bulbous size, as he's about 5 minutes away, and he's coming directly for your boats now. As everyone else starts to wake up.
Probably definitely be like, Babette, there is something coming.
Do we get
This-
a long rest? Just so
You do get a long rest.
Very good.
No.
Yay.
Yeah, Babette'll spring into action.
Uh,
Who is it? Is it my enemies?
Gilfrey just peeks up over the boat side.
One of you guys.
What? What is it? Is it? How big is the boat? Kieran? I missed that bit.
It's a rowboat, but it seems to have almost a cabin built on the back, and you can sort of see the very blurry image of what must be a Lacaffa rowing towards you.
It's coming straight for us, isn't it? So, what
Yeah.
do we do?
With Hepatra's nat 20, she might have realised at the beginning of her watch that it was sort of coming your direction, but obviously it might have spotted you and has slightly changed course, so it's coming for you.
Oh, good.
If he jumps up, should I see?
If you wouldn't mind, I think that would be a wise course of action.
And medical hostile.
There's only
Oh.
one of them. I trust
Yeah.
you first mate.
Go talk to them.
Yeah, go see what they want. They're sailing this
Oh.
way.
Okay. Gonna fly up. slightly nearer to them, but not like super close.
Okay. And as you look down, Gilfie, you'd see this wispy, thin Lacaffa who seems to have it's all its weight has seemed to have gone to its bottom half.
Oh my god, it's me!
You can see that this boat must have been custom made. It's very finely decorated, and you can hear a slight jingling each pull he does, and he's definitely coming for the boat.
Oh. What? Hang on, wait. She uses gust to slow them down.
He looks a bit shocked, and he's like, "Mind the potions! Mind the potions!" as he gets up and waves at you.
Well, I was just wondering what you're coming over to us for.
I am a humble potion seller. I saw your boats in the distance, and I thought, what are they doing out there with a bunch of rowboats? Must be adventurers?
Kind of, I guess. You can't just come rushing up to a bunch of boats, though.
Oh,
Scary.
I have seen your kind before, taking to the air with their agile wings. My name is Gudam Ap Fizzy Cauldron, and this...
Oh!
He pats his boat.
This is the Fizzy Cauldron.
Oh, okay.
And you?
I'm Gilfie. And I'll go and ask everyone else if they want you to come over. Potions are pretty good. Maybe
Tell them
want some.
I carry the secrets
Okay.
of the Cauldron Pearl. That should get their attention.
Okay. Gilfie's got no idea, but she will go over. Tell everyone. There's a Lacaffa. He seems to want to sell potions, and he's got a secret. Yeah.
How can I see if I know what that is?
Yeah, roll a history check for the Cauldron Pearl, Babette, and real actually.
That's a 24.
6.
You don't know real, but Babette, you know of the what's it called, the Great Bounty, and these many pearls rose up through the ocean, and then the Lacaffa venerate them. You've definitely heard of the Cauldron Pearl. It is very magical. It can grant magical effects to water. They're quite random, but usually you get some quite interesting potions out of them that no one else has really heard of. You wouldn't be aware of where it's been, because not many people talk about it, but you definitely know the mythology behind it.
Yeah, I communicate that to everyone, and I'm gonna very quickly start casting distort value on this potion of climbing I got.
Should I bring him over?
Yeah. Yeah,
Keep
why
him
not?
away from the sick guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she flies back over above Gundam, and she says, "Oh, we would like to see your stuff, but just be careful of those guys over there. I wouldn't go near them. You might get a disease or something."
A disease?
Yeah.
Is that far enough?
And he points to how far away they are.
Yeah, that has been good so far. So about that distance, yeah.
He kind of eyes you. He's like, "Well,
I appreciate your custom.
and he goes back to his the oars and starts rowing it to your direction.
Yeah, she just flies alongside him to the area.
Yeah, he sort of pulls up so that your boats slightly rock together. His is a bit more weighty with his cabin on the back, and he's like,
Welcome, welcome to the Fizzy Cauldron. Would you like to see my wares?
Yeah, why not? I want
Yes,
to do
please.
an insight check and see if this guy's maybe, evil. He's trying to conceal something. It's a 12.
Well,
Oh.
Nothing changes.
I'll say that for you, Babette, this Lacappa looks quite old. He looks wizened. He's got a very fancy boat, so he must make quite a bit of coin. But you don't know whether that's through illicit means or normal means. He kind of seems alright so far.
So, my first mate tells me you're a potion seller of the Cauldron Pearl.
Yes, that's right, my friend. It produces many lovely concoctions, should I say. I, of course,
Kind of looks around.
you adventurers, as it were, because I sell many more boring items like potions of healing.
I've been looking to get rid of some this potion over here. A potion of intense climbing. It allows you
Oh.
to climb even faster than a regular potion of climbing. Look, it's all shiny like. I even shined it up real
Yeah.
nice for you.
So maybe we could do a swap then, because health potions would be quite useful, right, Babette?
Yeah, well, I want the pearls, to be honest, and then I can buy potions with them pearls.
Well,
You never
maybe
trade for items, because you never know what kind of value it might have.
Hmm. Okay.
What do you say, Physicola?
Well, may I see this potion? I am an expert in potion craft.
Of course. If he wants to determine that it's discern its true value is to make an investigation check against my spell save DC, which is a 13.
Okay. What colour is it?
I'm gonna say it's a bubbling gold.
As he holds this up, he's like,
My, this is rather exquisite.
Now, according to Google, the suggested price for a potion of climbing is 180 gold pieces, but thanks to my distort value, it would actually be worth double that.
okay.
So he might be willing to buy it at 180 rather than the traditional half price.
Kind of looks at it.
You said you would not trade. Well, I would trade this for 4 healing potions.
Yeah, fine. That seems like a good deal.
Yes.
Can I examine the potions? I want to see if they're legit.
At the moment, he's brought out a small box which just has 4 healing potions, all in very sort of like, it's nice glassware, and it's sort of like a Tantalus box. And he plonks it down. He's like,
You have nothing to worry about with me. I am a professional. This is more mundane, not really my area.
I'm something of a potion expert myself. I'd like to examine them if you don't mind.
of course, you can do an investigation check.
Yeah, I will. That's 11. Not great.
So you hold it up to the light, gives a good sheen of red. Take a little sniff of it. Smells nice and minty, like a potion of healing in this world does. Seems pretty legit.
Seems good.
Would you care to see anyone rather see my more exquisite stock?
I'm curious. Depends what you got.
I definitely would.
They're one-offs.
Are we adding on a potion of healing each, by the way?
Ooh,
Yeah.
think.
Because I want to distribute them.
Mm.
Not to you, Sing Song. You gotta wait your turn. You're new blood.
That's all right, boss. I'm not one for freebies.
Screw it. You can have it. Okay, I'll give him the potion.
What? Sing song?
Yeah.
Yeah. After he says, "I'm not one for Phoebes," he'd be like, "No, if you insist," and takes it. Gudam looks at Real. He's like,
You, sir, what do you desire most? What possible thing could I show you that would make you inclined to buy? Like snap, like that, like fizzy pop.
Oh, I love him so much.
Hmm.
Man, that's tough. 2 things. Not sure either of them you're gonna have in a bottle, but
Oh,
one, I'd like to either understand more or meet some more of my own people. He, like, gestures to his hair. And
cult.
2, I'd like to. I have the blessing of a god, and I don't want it anymore.
I see.
Anything that can get
Hmm.
rid of that. But hey, those are big things. I like shooting things. Points to his bow.
Hmm.
Something cool to dip my arrows into, if that's a possibility.
Oh, that could be something I do have.
and he pulls out. But what's he gonna pull out?
This one.
It's it looks like a chunky grey liquid in a vial. It's kind of just sitting there. It doesn't look appetizing.
This potion I call eel fingers. If anyone ingests this, their fingers go completely flaccid for a few hours and they cannot hold anything. Something to tip your arrows with, perhaps?
Oh,
Only 25 pearls?
sold with a smile. Yeah, he chucks over 25 pearls happily.
I
That
put the
is
little description in.
Thank you.
Looks
Put it in
across.
Custom. Right.
Looks across to Hipatra.
What do you desire, fine lady?
I want your strongest potion.
My strongest potion. Traveler, you cannot handle my strongest potions. I will. But, maybe something else. You look quite the warrior. Am I right?
I suppose so.
He pulls out this one. It's like this warm ivory liquid.
I call this one Sheen of the Pearl. If you ingest this, your skin will turn into the toughest metal for a few hours, giving you resistance to slashing, stabbings, or even cutting.
And
Only
how much-
25 pearls.
Yes, okay.
Sheen of the pearl. Okay.
Wait,
she
that's
give-
gold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gold.
Sorry, it's really confusing me.
It's alright.
I'm a big dum-dum.
And he looks at Babette and he's like,
Ooh, the savvy one. What do you desire?
I don't know what you got.
What have I got? Let me have a look.
and looks through his many, it's like big box of stuff.
You like money? Is that right?
Yeah.
You like the pearls in your fingertips?
Who doesn't?
Well, I have one.
And he holds up this sort of airy, bubbling liquid that's brown.
I call this one Weatherly's Original. You can smell gold for a number of days.
Oh, that's cool.
Only 25 pearls.
What, like I can smell the gold out?
Exactly. So if there's any treasure buried out there from the Imperium or pirates, maybe you'd be able to smell it.
Sounds good. 25 pearls, you say?
25 pearls, my man.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so I'll put Weatherly's Original. I don't know why it's not copied.
It's there.
She- Look to Gilfy. Like,
You are an odd one. You fly, but what do you desire?
I don't really know. I guess to not die, not fall out of the sky.
I noticed back there you cast a spell on my boat that pushed me back.
Oh yeah, I did. It was a gust spell, quite a simple one.
Well, do you know more powerful magics where your arcane energy may fail after a while?
A couple.
Well, I have just a thing for you. Oh, yes, I do.
Oh.
What about...
What is it?
and he holds up this bottle. It seems to be like a pink gas, just like floating in it.
This will restore all your magical energy for that day when it has been expended. Only 100 pearls.
And I'll post it. So you know
Shit.
exactly what it does.
Oh my.
Fuck.
That's really good. Let me just see if I have enough gold. 100, you say?
100, yes.
I mean, it's pretty good. I'll give you 100 gold.
Perfect.
He hands it over to you. And then you see there's 6 potions left, and he's like,
I can explain the rest to you. Would you like to know about them?
Yes,
And I'll
please.
show
Only
you
if they're
them.
cheap.
So that's his inventory. There's only one of each potion, so the ones you've already got are gone.
Okay.
I'm just going to get some tea as well, so you can look through it.
Love it. I love this guy.
Lose all of your spell slots for a day.
You take on the form of a water elemental for 1d4 hours. Ah!
Pretty great.
Damn, this is cool.
Fucking awesome. I'll tell you now, if you guys want any of them, buy them, because Rill will hoover up anything that isn't bought by anyone else.
I'm just looking. I'm kind of tempted to buy the statue, but I don't know if it means that it just gives you resistance or something. Or if you literally just get petrified.
I think it's petrifying.
I hope so.
So you'd want to try and, use it on someone else.
That seems pretty good.
I love that. I love the idea of offensive potions.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. 60 pearls? Fuck it.
Beautiful.
What's it called? The statue. Potion.
I mean, if it's broke, I can't afford anything else.
Oh,
I'm getting pretty low too, so I don't really want to risk anymore.
would she be looking at any of them in particular?
No, she's actually got probably the best one anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cleopatra?
How much was Waverly's original and somebody?
It was 25.
25, thanks.
Cleopatra doesn't want any? Okay.
Streamline looks good. You can swim faster.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want a bubbler.
The bubbler.
Blah.
I think it could come in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to buy a bubbler?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Make sure you take 10 pearls away. I'm going to start adding up all the rest. Lake. See.
I quite
Pushed it.
wanted a bubbler too, but if my Patrick's got it, that's fine.
Is there not more than one bubbler?
No, there's only one of each, but
I'm gonna buy the potion of the myrrh as well.
Oh, so what are people going for?
I got the
he's getting cleaned out.
Oh, okay.
Anything that others don't buy, Rill is buying. He loves this guy. This is awesome.
What was it called again? Potion of the myrrh.
So if no one else is buying any of the others, after we've all discussed, so Weatherly's original went to Babette, Divinum's Power went to Gilfie, Sheen of the Pearl went to Hipatra. Hipatra also bought the Bubbler. Rill will buy Power of the Lake. Babette bought the statue and the potion of the myrrh. Rill got eel fingers, and Rill will also buy Streamline and Sorcerer's Bane.
Okay. After the end of this transaction, Gudum would be like, "Oh,
You like my potions? Well, you haven't tried them yet, but I assure you, they all work.
They are amazing. This is a wonderful gift to start the day. Would you like to share breakfast with us?
I have gone past eating. I mostly subsist off my potions these days.
Oh.
It's amazing, a liquid diet.
Would you like one of these? And he pulls out the shrooms that he has.
Yes!
He just puts out his hand.
Yeah, Rill gladly gives him one of the shrooms.
I'll save that for a rainy day.
Enjoy.
I will, and you may see me around. I will always have potions to sell. Just, you never know when I'll turn up. Goodbye!
Goodbye.
He starts slowly rowing off, sort of in a... which
I think we
direction?
should drink a bit of that potion to see if it's legit.
Which one? Eel fingers?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't want to have eel fingers, though.
By the way, I'm gonna use another charge of the alchemy jug to make another 1/8 of a vial of poison.
Okay. Yeah, you would have seen that he sort of went off in the direction of Full Sail. You think?
Nice.
Yeah, so maybe you'll see him again.
That was interesting to way to start the day, I suppose.
I'll be honest, I'm nearly out of pearls now. We need to get some kind of business venture going. We need to secure some assets.
How much you got with it?
I got 15 pearls and 5 clams.
But do you need yours for your to do things?
Yeah, but it's fine. Well, once we get to the Pelagic Harbor, then I can probably try and sell some stuff.
Okay.
Right. We can sell the extra boat as well, maybe, and maybe we could even get that boat off them as a reward.
Maybe. I don't know if I really want a diseased boat though.
Yeah, I don't want.
Oh, you can wash it down, give it a little acid scrub, right, boss? Well, I can.
So if you want to do that sing song, you be my guest. But I'm with First Mate Feathers, and I don't want to touch no diseased boat.
Well, I'm sure we'll find pearls somewhere. They might just rain out of the sky.
In my experience, they don't tend to do that. But
Yes, you're sadly right. Otherwise, I would have already made it big, I suppose.
From Real Fish again?
Yep. Can you do wisdom? Yeah. Whoa.
Let's fucking
Real.
go.
It's almost as good as last night.
That's number 8 of today. 8th natural 20.
Yeah.
Praise
can-
be to Senex.
You can add 4 rations and feed everyone here, even these guys, if you want to try and drop it off to them.
Yeah, he would. And when he chops... Oh, wait, I need to do a separate survival check with chopping up. Shit.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can tell me what goes wrong here, DM, because in the process of chopping up, he wanted to put a drop of eel fingers into a fish head to give to Sing Song.
Yeah. So you get the
I rolled
plates.
real
You get
bad.
the plates mixed up, real,
Yeah.
and with it's not gonna, because it's only a drop. It's not gonna make your fingers completely shat up.
Mhm.
But if there's any athletics checks while you're rowing to the island, you'll get disadvantage on them because you've got a weakness in your hands now.
Got it.
Luckily, you're quite close.
Yeah, he'd kind of say to the rest of the group, "Yep, I think the potions work."
I never doubted it at all.
Mm.
Wait,
How's
what?
that?
How do you
how's
know?
that fish head going down?
Oh, fish heads, fish heads. I always wish there were more. Fish heads, fish heads. Well, why can't there be more?
How do we get a potion of shutting up?
Well,
I guess you could have
Gilfie.
asked Patra, but this voice is going to go on and on for eternity.
That's a good way of demonstrating it. He'd put his short bow in his left hand and then try and pull back the string with his fingers of his right hand, and you'd see
Oh.
it just like twang.
Oh.
Sorry. In the midst, Hippatra would cast silence.
Oh, very clever, he would say to himself while no one can hear him.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to.
He'd be
Just
mouthing
mouth
it.
yeah.
Nice. Are we going then? Same way?
Yeah, we need to get to the harbour ASAP.
Yeah, it's probably only about 4 hours away from here.
Let's go. Oh, wait. You all get, if you partook of the fish breakfast, 4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
So, set off again. Got a new haul of potions. You got a new plague boat with you, which is keeping its distance very well. Everyone just seems slumped out. It doesn't look like any of them have actually woken up yet.
Just hauling corpses.
So, about 3 hours go by, and slowly the island of Pelagic Harbour breaks on the distance. You see huge wooden cranes littering the western coast, and the wakes of great cogs make the arrival into the region choppy. So they're going by you. You see these boats going in and out now, and you're not having to dodge them; they can see you. But the big wakes they leave behind are like kind of swaying over your little rowing boats. And steering your modest vessels is going to become increasingly difficult. How are they sort of like handling this now? They see this proper city on the horizon, all these great navy ships coming out.
Are we going north? Or are we going the north?
You're going east.
Okay. Did we want to go to the north?
Yeah, we want to go north, though, right? We want to dock north.
Well,
North
now we can
side.
see it.
Oh.
We can go to the north.
So I didn't explain this very well. So the island essentially has a big cut into it. So you sort of sail into the middle, and then in that cut is a north, south, and east.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still got to go in the big ship way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Can we, like, tell these disease folk now, like, you hear you? We're not pulling you anymore.
If you want to.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, dock with them. They can go through customs like the rest of us.
How would they dodge the big boats for that?
I'm sure they'll be fine. They're just getting pulled along. They're not going to exactly be dodging it very well anyway, are they?
Just so you might leave them floating in the middle of a bunch of big boats.
They can make the final push on their own. We dragged them all the way here.
I'm not sure they can. He looks at the boat with them like
Yeah.
a pile of bodies.
Yeah, basically. We could try and wake them up.
I'll go see if they're still with us. I'm just gonna go fly above them, do a little gust above them to wake them up.
Yeah, two of the guys seem completely out of it, but I will do the other guy. Do a con check for him. See if he wakes up.
Oh,
Oh,
he did.
Nah, that one is good.
Oh,
Because you're trying to wake him up, and he
Oh.
probably doesn't want to
Oh,
wake
right.
up, so he fails. He's like, oh.
okay, you're still there. Are your friends still there?
He like clambers, like shakes one of them, and you just see this limp hand like bat it away. He's like, oh, and he's like tries to go for the other one. He like keeps shaking him, and then eventually you just hear this like, and it's like you just see this big blob of blood go from his sleeping one's face onto the body of Wave, and he's like, woohoo! Woohoo!
We're nearly there. We're just wondering if you would be able to paddle yourself between these big boats.
What? You see, he like pokes his head up. He's like, "Oh, can't you just pull us in? Oh, my body hurts."
I'll ask. Fly back to everyone. So, I don't think they can do it.
I'm just saying that I don't want to get in no trouble with the PDF of bringing in some kind of plague.
maybe I can wait with the boats and these guys while you go. Oh wait, no, I need to get my boat fixed. Maybe Sing Song could wait with the boats and these guys whilst we go and tell the PDF.
He was like, "What do you think, boss? I could do it, I suppose."
I guess I was kind of hoping the PDF wouldn't even find out that we dragged them in, but
Well, Babette did get the natural 20 on the
history check, yeah.
You'd know the northern part of the island. It's not very well policed. Like,
Well, if we head up to the north, then we might be alright.
well, I can wait if I want. And he gets out his little hanky. He's like, "I have protection," as he puts it over his mouth.
What? I thought we were gonna just try and dock them in the main, city area bit where we can, there's more likely to be healing people there.
True,
So-
maybe we just dock and then let them go, and then we go up north.
So how it sort of works is there's essentially 3 ports: north, east, and south. North side, you could dock there, like, easily. No one would care. You can't dock in the east one because all the boats are too huge and they might just crash into you. You could go to the southern port,
Okay.
but they're very,
Let's
it's
just
very affluent around there.
let's just dock in the north, and Sing Song can watch over them, and then if they want to run about and infect everyone, then well, I didn't say I didn't warn you.
You're the boss.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to suggest apart from,
How about
Let them-
first mate Feathers? You
Smack-
fly ahead, and you go tell the PDF that they're waiting at the north dock, and then we'll
Okay.
leave them there, and then we can shove off a little bit down, then they won't know.
Okay. Maybe I should help get past these big boats first. Near the time, I'll go ahead.
Sure.
So the waves are getting pretty choppy, but I think with all the rowing you've done, you'd be able to handle it. So as you draw closer, you can see squat timber warehouses and dry docks which come into view, and this great bay cuts into the landmass, almost guiding you towards the central hub of Pelagia. Pelagia is the name of the city. On the north and south coast of the bay, rowboats and pleasure craft are moored, and ramshackle houses and warehouses dot the shoreline. And I'll show you that right now.
Ooh, nice. I get you now.
Yeah.
And so is this the north? The north one?
North,
This
south,
is the
east.
north. This is the east. This is the south.
Oh, okay.
So I reckon, first mate Feathers, you fly this way, and I assume the PDF of my history check are probably in the east section of the dock.
Okay.
Babette,
Is that correct?
you would know that you need permission to enter this bit. So just
Oh,
flying in
shit.
might be very bad.
Where would the PDF most likely be? Would they be guarding these gates?
They would definitely be guarding those gates.
So let's fly yourselves in next to those gates. Don't go past them because you'll get in trouble. But then
Okay.
we'll dock over like here, say, and then we'll leave their boat here, and then we'll move along the coast and kind of meet you, I don't know, down here somewhere.
So I'll show you a few things, Babette, because you know where they are because of your history check. You'd know that here. You see that? The second
nice.
fin dinghy
Well, that's
cove.
perfect. We'll stop there then. We'll go
And-
down to here.
You know this place up here as well, the Rusted Bucket Inn.
Oh, nice. Well, we can always come back up there.
Yeah. So
Don't you want to drop them by an inn?
I'll quickly tell you what the rest of this place looks like. To the east, the bay ends, and immense cogs and hulks, these ones, bannered in the colours of a PDF, are moored with cyclopean cranes unloading their cargo. Beyond the dock is protected by a stout wooden wall, which you can see, and a fantastic giant conch here pierces the sky. The dome of Conch Keep, the headquarters of the PDF in Pelagia.
Okay. So I'll go tell the PDF over here, and you're gonna dock over here.
Yeah, then we'll shuffle on down to the Second Fin Dinghy Company
Okay.
and get Hothead's bread bowl fixed up, and the bugaboo a little
Ooh.
bit too.
Also, these huge ballistas are obviously like anti-ship ballistas. Do you think that in this building here, there may be PDF as well?
We can't
Which
see
things
where,
they have to arm the ballista.
we can't see where you're pinging, by the way.
Oh shit! There.
Oh, sweet. Well, no, I don't really want to do that then. Let's go. Let's not dock there, because I don't want the PDF to see us docking with these plague victims. So let's dock like, I don't know, somewhere more like up here for them. And then move back down and go to the Second Fin Dinghy Company.
Okay. Do you still want me to go to the gate
Yeah,
over there?
you go to the gate. It's less likely they see us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Two flies ahead. Just going to this gate over here.
Yeah. let me just- So as you get there, Gilfie, the dour wooden gatehouse would block your entrance to this bastion of Pelagia. It's got heavy varnished doors, and they're firmly closed, and two solemn PDF guards flank the large gateway. The wall must be at least 30 foot tall, and the gatehouse extends up to 40 feet. And you can see they're wearing the same thing as what they were at Moorfish Lagoon.
Okay.
Does she go on the floor or is she flying above?
She will descend slowly and then swoop down onto the floor. And she'll tuck her wings in so she doesn't look as, big. She'll be like, hello, excuse me.
They take her like sort of surprised, just like, where did you come from?
I just flew in. I was just coming to say that. Well, do you have any healers anywhere? I found some sickly people.
You can, and he points over there. You can take them to the house of the gods. How sick are we talking?
Well, they're pretty sick.
Do you know what they're sick with?
No, but I mean, I don't know much about infections or anything, but all three of them have it, so I don't know what to do about that.
Well, kind of looks at you. He looks at the other guard. He's like, we ask that we'll come with you. Do not bring them to shore before someone has checked them out. We can take custody of them.
Okay. She looks around to see if they're still on the water or if they're docking up now.
It'd be quite far away. It'd be difficult to see that far, I think.
Okay. We better hurry then. I'm not sure if they're already on the docking already or not. I'm not sure.
Right. He nods to the other guard. He's like, I'll come with you then.
Yeah, she just goes in that direction. I assume that everyone was just going to dock them and then leave them.
This was Babette's plan, but if someone else wants to do something else.
Real suggested Sing Song watch over them, but
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. So, tell me where everyone's going. So, Sing Song is going here.
I'm gonna let Hothead sort the boats out, if that's agreeable with you, Hothead.
absolutely. Hothead will go. Yeah.
I wanna go buy some shit. Or sell
Well,
some
let's
shit.
do one thing at a time. So, Babette, is he sticking with Rill for now?
Well, I was gonna dock here and then head off to find something to buy.
Docking here.
Yeah, dock with Real, but then head off into the city proper, like.
Okay. And Tepatra, I assume, sticking with the group. So,
Yeah.
as you... It's alright. As you dock here, you can see all the little rowboats, which seem to be surrounding this part of the coast. Babette, you'd recognise a dilapidated shack with the words Second Fin Dinghy Co. burnt into the woodwork of the building. It's slouching on this northern coast. You're right next to it now. It's surrounded by small rowing boats as well as rusted carpenter's tools, and you can see a bulbous Lacatha he's working diligently on a particularly beaten rowboat. He roughly swears under his breath as he expertly patches and tars the vessel. You'd recognise this as Schmug.
That Schmug, Real, he'll sort you out good. Oh my god, my throat is dying. Yeah, Schmug will sort you out. I can try and sweet talk him if you want.
Yeah. That would be great, boss. Maybe get a little discount.
Yeah, I'll go and talk to Schmug and I'll be like, what's it going on, Schmug?
I'll do Gilfy first, seeing as this is quite pressing, I think. So Gilfy, as you stroll through the streets, and it's like a lot of dilapidated shacks, there's people Aquans running about everywhere. You can tell this place is run down. You'd see Babette, Rill and Hepatra at this talking to this bulbous Lacatha.
She would probably just run past them because they pointed to here, didn't they, to dock? So
yeah. So,
yeah, she would lead the guy to sing song.
Gilfy, you're back. And PDF God as well. It's pleasant to see you.
Yeah. Hope are they still okay, Sing Song?
Oh, okay is he looks down and they're probably maybe 80 foot out in the bay. He's like, well, they haven't moved. That's something.
Well, at least they haven't docked. She looks at the PDF guy and she's like, well, they're over there.
Wait, so you brought them in here? Do you know?
Huh?
Did you bring them in?
Kind of. Just kind of saw them floating. Thought I'd help out, you know.
Okay. And, well, I guess we'll take this one from here. You can move along. You
Okay.
didn't get close to them, did you?
No, stayed really far away on purpose. So did Sing Song.
Yes, I didn't even go touch their boat, and I had this hanky with me the whole time. And he puts it over his mouth.
And I can fly, so I kind of just went above them quite far. So
Can I get your names, just in case anything comes of this? Looks at you, Gilfie.
yeah, Gilfie Agolius. That's my name.
Nods. And, Sing Song Ap Wonderlust. He writes it down. He's like, was there anyone else with you on your journey, or was it just you two? You look like a odd couple.
Bennett specifically said he didn't want them to know, didn't he? So,
Yeah.
no, just us.
Gilfie's right. It was just us. Can you roll a deception, Gilfie?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I miss something there? Who's a couple?
Well, this...
Yep.
Go on, Tom.
The guard said that he asked if it was just Gilfie and Sing Song traveling together. They seem like an odd couple.
Oh, I see.
You both got 15, so he
Weird.
gives you a sort of look. He's like, right, well, move along, unless there's anything you particularly want to know about this area.
No. Except, we're not allowed in that area? I forget.
If you have pressing matters, we may let you through, but, you have to have permission from a PDF guard at least.
I've just got one thing I need to tell the PDF. If you're the one to say it to, though, I'll just tell you.
Well, I'm quite busy here now, and this whole sickness situation, but, you can... I'm sure, my comrade will recognize you at the gatehouse. If it's pressing, I'm sure he'll listen.
It's kind of pressing. I'll go tell him then.
What is it? Maybe I can give you something so he recognizes that I approved of it.
Just... Oh, God, you have to remind me here. Let me look out. Where's the little...
So there was the thing that happened at Moorfish Lagoon with Jorfon, and you were attacked, and they've taken over the Moorfish farm. And there's also the Locusta that arose out of a Blackpool in Blackpool.
Yeah, should tell him both of those things. Let's see, pick them up.
He'd nod, and he'd... Well, the thing at Moorfish Lagoon sounds pressing. Did he have... I assume she would have told him all the pertinent details.
Yeah.
Pulls out a little piece of card that has the PDF logo on, and he does a little squiggle at the bottom of it with a quill that he has. He sort of scratches it in. Show that to my comrade, and I'm sure he'll let you through.
I will do. Gives him a little Aryan salute and goes over. Again.
See you later, lawman. And as you leave, you'd see the PDF guard go into this guardhouse here, and you'd see other ones sort of start surrounding the boat. Okay. So what's happening with Schmug?
Yeah, everybody's gonna go up and say, "Hey, Schmuck!"
You alright, baby?
I got some,
Been a long time.
yeah, I got a boat. My friend here is, he's done some real damage to it, and the bugger boat's
Hello.
taking a few hits as well. We wonders if you could, do us a deal for old time's sakes.
Well, deal. I mean, I like the sound of that, baby, but... You know what I charge. You know how good I am.
Yeah, I know, but...
Can I see him? I'll have a little look over.
Yeah, I'll show him the state.
Looks at the bugger boat. It's like, yeah, your daddy took good care of that boat, didn't he, baby?
Yeah, he did.
Pretty pristine. Wouldn't cost much to updo, but... He looks at the bread bowl. Oh, it's barely afloat.
Yeah, I've been pouring water out of it for the last day or two.
Yeah, bilging it. Yeah, over thing. Or you want me to fix the planks? Give it a good tarring?
That would be amazing. Please.
Right. So, rowboat repair usually charge 15 pearls. But how about I do both your boats for 15 pearls, seeing as you kept the bugger boat in so good shape, I bet.
Yeah, I do my best,
And, I could even give it a little sheen of something that smells nice for an extra 5 pearls.
I'm kind of
Well,
watching
looks
my
up a bet.
money, but if you want to do that, hothead, you go ahead.
He looks at the boat, he's like, he does a big sniff, and he's like, oh, more fish, stinks of it.
Yeah, Real hands him 20 gold pieces, 20 pearls.
Oh, what flavour do you want?
Ooh,
Rose?
how about freshly baked bread?
Looks at you. He's like, how do you propose to do that? Buy some bread, grind it up and throw it in?
Worth
I've
trying.
got lavender, rose, more fish, or, floral stuff. Mint? You want a mint boat?
Is more fish a popular option?
I could actually do cardamom if you wanted. I mean, that's in bread, yeah?
Mint sounds good.
Mint. Got it. You want it as well, but bet. Do it on the house if he's paying me so much.
Yeah, go ahead, that's fine. Hothead, whilst we're waiting for the boats to be fixed, I'm gonna need you to make me up, because if I'm heading in city proper, then I gotta be careful,
Yeah, Schmug's like, thought he looked a bit. Actually, he didn't do the makeup today, so he wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I trust Smug. But beyond here, we gotta be careful. Is that agreeable, Hothead?
What agreeable? I give him the money.
No, to do my makeup.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll give you a bardic inspiration for that.
Alright. That time is hopefully just as good as the first 2 times. Oh,
Plus a d6. Nice.
Yeah.
25, baby!
Yeah.
This time,
Nice.
I give it one of his eyebrows is slightly raised in a suggestive way.
You see,
I'll never tell.
Smug looks back and he's like, Mummy? Oh, no, it's just you, Babette. Right. Right, get on then. And you see Smug, he's like, at a bread boat, and he just starts ripping planks out. He's like, don't worry about it, I'm a professional.
I mean, you're ripping out. Yeah, I trust you.
Good. So,
Well, where next, boss?
Right, let's,
oh, I need to reveal. So, this bit here. So, you heard of Vapor's bit. this whole sort of section here, that's
Yeah.
like an open marketplace. House of the Gods is here, the gatehouse.
I'm gonna head up to Vapor's Bits. If anyone wants to come with, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'd like to come.
Where did they say to meet Gilfy? Was it here? Or there?
No, just here.
Price.
That's where we said we were docking.
She'll go there first before she goes to the gate again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
cast the start value on this bronze ring I found a while back. It was on the body of some guy we found. I can't remember exactly where it was, but
Okay. I think that was on Bilgewater.
I think it was
Think-
it was on like some island like near where we fought the Muddy Works, I believe.
Oh, that guy, the dead guy. Yeah, where he fought the crocodiles.
The crocodiles, that was it. Not the Muddy
Yeah.
Works. Yeah. So I'm gonna polish that up real good, so I don't know how much that'll be worth, but double the value.
I think originally it was worth 10 pearls, so it'd go up to 20.
Nice.
Gilfy flies up to the roof so she can watch what they're doing with these guys down here.
Yeah, so as you look out, Gilfy, you can see that there seems to be 5 or 6 PDF guards now. They seem to be trying to work out how to pull the boat in but keep a distance, but they're not doing a great job of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be able to see over here as well, Gilfy, if you're looking around the street markets. You'd see loads of Aquan vendors trying to hawk their wares. You'd hear this battering of different languages hit you. You see street food, knickknacks. There's something for everyone in this area.
Yeah. Is everyone coming out of the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is everyone doing?
Yeah, I'm heading to Vapor's Bits.
Okay.
He'd wave at Gilfy.
She'll fly down
Gilfy.
to everyone. Hey, they've got the PDF. They're trying to deal with sick people, but they're not doing a very good job.
Okay.
I didn't really
What?
tell them about you guys, but
Did you? Oh, okay. I'll try not to give that up. Did you tell them about the Caudal Isle?
not yet. But the other guy gave me his card, so I can go tell them inside.
Oh,
I was just seeing what you guys were wanted to do first.
Babette wants to go do some merchanty, tradey things.
Okay,
My boat's getting fixed, which is pretty great.
well, that's good.
I'm not sure what I want to do really. I kind of just want to see some stuff. I
Oh,
want to
also,
see if.
Schmug would have said it would take overnight to fix the boats.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you communicate that, and I want to see if Hipatra has anywhere in mind that she wants to go see as well.
She wants to see the temple.
Okay. We'll
Do you
do
mind
that.
if I tag along?
Nope.
I'm also gonna cast the start value on that
Sing song.
that book I made as well that I got.
Okay. So are you splitting up, or are you all going to Vapor's Bits now?
What's in Vapor's Bits again?
He would have told you, Babette would know that it's a sort of a low, it's like a
General
knick-knack / magic shop.
Okay. She's probably gonna tag along for a bit, but she wants to go tell the things soonish.
Okay.
Uh,
Rill and Hipatra, are they splitting up or not?
Well, Rill asked to go with Hipatra.
Yeah, we'll go with Hepatra.
Okay. We'll do Hepatra and Real first then. So if you walk down.
Tell them as they go, because I assume they said they're going to the House of Gods.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe you could tell them about the sick people as well. I don't think the PDF even told them, even though they said they were going to.
Maybe.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
You walk down this bustling street. The House of the Gods really stands out because it's much more immaculate building than the rest of this area. There's a small temple, and you can see that it's built of this fine stone, which Hepatra you would recognise is from the Mer Trench, which is the homeland of the Merfolk. Its roofed and carved columns have been designed to mimic the patterns of flowing water. The temple is fully open, and even from outside, you can see the statues of the 5 great major gods standing proud above the small collection of worshippers who are present. You can see smaller effigies of minor gods, which are carefully placed on stone plinths. You see great bowls of coin containing different types of currency, small little idols, knickknacks. They're all there beneath different depictions of gods. The atmosphere, as you're sort of approaching it, is friendly. But you can see these white-clad priests, which you, Hepatra, would recognise as people of the Thalassic Conclave. And they look reverent in their sort of little alcoves they're standing in next to the statues.
Would she recognise any of them from the monastery?
She probably wouldn't. These are dedicated to this temple in particular. But it's also these robes like hiding any really distinctive features.
Okay. She wouldn't interrupt their devotions. She would go to an altar and sort of like, I don't know, pay homage, I guess.
Yeah, so can you do a religion check for Hepatra to see if she recognises all of these different gods?
Ooh, no.
The big 5. So you'd know a few, but maybe the temple you're at was very specific. You would 100% recognise Litoria, who's the god of the Mer Trench and the Merfolk. So she's probably the one who you'd feel most closely associated with.
She'd probably be quite flustered because Rill was there as well and be like, but church and boy, I don't understand.
Yeah, he's doing that annoying thing when people tag along where he's just kind of hovering at your shoulder the whole time, like looking around, not knowing what to do with himself.
Can you roll a religion check for Rill to see which one of these 5 figures he might recognise?
18.
I think Rill might not recognise Litoria. He definitely recognises Morfinlon, the god of plenty and sustenance. You'd have recognised the altar from just inside Caudal Isle. You'd know Helops because you're a fighter, the god of protection and skills of weapons, which looks like a water genasi with a swordfish head, wielding a trident and a longsword. And you'd also reckon Corallio, the god of ingenuity and invention, and he's just depicted as a spark of like liquid light in stone form, which is quite hard to really think what it looks like. There's the one that you together don't recognize is a humanoid form. It's wreathed in flowing white robes and has stars for eyes as she's looking upwards.
Ooh. It's beautiful in here, Hepatra.
Yes, all the places in the Thalassic Conclave are like this.
Wow. Makes it seem even weirder that you'd want to... Alright, with your, I actually can't remember how much Real knows about Hepatra's reasons for leaving.
Well, he just knows that she wanted adventures. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah. Makes it mad that you'd want to leave if it all looked like this.
A gilded cage is still a cage.
Wow. Yeah. That's smart. Do you think Brian Billing's in here somewhere?
I think all of them are here somewhere. Just, he's a strange little guy.
Right, we can do a perception check to see which ones of her smaller idols you recognise.
Hell yeah.
Rindling.
18 again. I think this is literally the best I've rolled in a session ever.
Sadly, with your good perception check, you don't see any depiction of Brian Billing, but you do see one of Senex. It's quite small. It's very small, in fact, and you can see there's like just some shells placed at his small little altar.
Oh no, Rill is gonna march over there and put down 10 pearls in front of Senex.
Yeah, and
It
you
makes a
you
little
almost feel
little
this.
stack.
You almost feel this wave come over you and this salty smell in your nose as you hear the like old man laugh of Senex.
Yeah, and he puts his
Yeah.
But-
Hippatra's like,
he puts his hand on his chest and bows with a smile and just says, "Thanks again, old man. It's been a lot of fun so far." But he goes back to Hippatra. What will you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you normally do in a place like this? Apart from, I guess I just threw money at Senex.
yeah, I don't know. Personally. Hippatra would know, but I don't.
So the atmosphere in here would be very different depending on what the other followers are doing. You can see some people praying reverently to the major gods, but you see some people who just seem to be having a conversation with themselves.
Right. Sounds like Charleston.
And some of them seem a bit more lively, but if they get too lively, and you might see one while you're in there, one of the Thalassic Conclave priests might like tell them to calm down a bit. It's
Okay.
definitely a different feel depending on which god that you're trying to praise. So it'd be up to Hippatra how she feels she should be in there, really.
I don't know, because I think her thing is probably quite similar to my thing about religion, where it's like devoting your entire life to it being perfect for one particular god or religion seems pointless to me, as long as you live by the basic principles of all of them, which is, don't fuck shit up and don't be a bad person, don't hurt things.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and all the gods in the Thalassic Conclave, the protagonist gods, they all share those values. Like, Hippatra would know that certain gods, called the antagonist gods, you wouldn't find in the Thalassic Conclave temple, even though they are kind of revered, because they're meant to be places that are good for people, not to hurt people.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, she'd probably just spend some time sitting and looking around the surroundings. And that's probably about it, really. Explaining why it looks like home.
Yeah, Rill would follow her lead and sit down when she sits down and so on and listen carefully. And then I think maybe as the time wore on a bit, he'd say very quietly to her, like, "Do you think there's anything, if these people are your people, anything you could learn about your mentor and what happened to her?"
That's true. It's still hard for me to talk about,
Of course, sorry.
but if she's going to get any kind of justice. I have to find out what happened. And she would sort of like take a deep breath and would get up and sort of. Would there be one of the members of the conclave that looks more of it, or would you know that one was kind of like the leader?
They're all sort of in these small alcoves, and they more just pop out to when people want or to tell people off. But there's one who's slightly more bedecked. They've got a white robe with like a shell necklace around, which would mean they're slightly higher than the rest. Though looking at them, you wouldn't think anyone in particular was in charge. Like, the whole design of this place isn't for like a monastery. It just seems to be a place of worship. So there isn't like a reverend. There might be a leader one, but you don't know how high up they are.
Right, okay. But so they would more than likely be kind of in charge of this chapter of the conclave.
Yeah, though how high you don't really know. This place is quite small compared to what you're used to.
Okay. Hipatra would go and ask someone if they knew anything about Chorus Apsivides.
So the one that looks more in charge, if you asked her that, she would we have had dealings with that monastery in the past, but I did not know her personally.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Is she well?
She's dead.
Oh, may the blessing of Litoria be with you, child. I am so sorry.
Thank you. I was one of her mentees, and I just had a very strange conversation the other day about how she died, and I just thought, as you're part of the conclave, you might know more, but I will keep searching.
You were part of the conclave? Well, I'm sorry, sister. If this is only a small chapter, and we are ill-visited by people of power within the conclave, but if you're trying to seek answers, or someone else who knew your mentor better, I would say the Pearl. In the Pearl, there may be a chance. That is where most of the business goes on, but it's not in the Mer Trench.
And, sorry, what was it called again?
She would call... Which one? The
place that's more populated, so that she's more likely to get answers.
So in the Pearl, which is the big capital island, there would be a temple called the House of Litoria.
Okay.
And she'd tell you because she kind of knows that's who you worship, and probably can infer that might be who Chorus worshipped, that there might be a good chance of someone knowing her there.
Okay. Thank you for your advice. I will make sure I follow up on that lead.
It is to help the conclave, and I am glad I have helped. Blessings be with you, sister.
And also with you. And she'd go back to Rill.
He gives her a little smile and thumbs up as she's coming back. How'd it go?
Well, she doesn't know anything more about Chorus. So, I don't know where to go from here.
Well, just trying was a big first step, right?
Yes, that's true. But I just don't want to have to rehash all of the details of her death every day.
Of course.
After my parents died, she became like mother and father to me both, and it's like losing them all over again.
It's really tough.
It's prodding at an open wound, yes?
If you ever wanted to do anything, like a little ceremony or anything for Chorus, count me in. If there's anything I can do to help.
She would give you a very genuine smile and thank you. And pat your hand.
Well, sounds like distraction would be good. Want to go see what kind of crap Babette's bought from the shop?
Sure.
Hey.
Head out.
So we'll jump over to Babette and Gilfie.
Baguette.
So baguette.
Baguette!
Babette!
Who are... You see before you this quite tidy little shop front with a very tasteful sign. When you look around, you're surprised it looks tasteful in this area. Looks like it's actually had some effort put in. It says Vapor's Bits. There's a small wooden staircase going up to the doorway.
You go first for a bit.
Alright, let's go in. I'm gonna make my way inside, push open the door.
Yeah, and what you see before you, Babette, is very, like, a lot of the buildings in the Pelagic Harbour aren't, like, varnished. They're very weather-beaten, things like that. Here, everything would be pristine, everything would be protected, and you'd see hundreds of knickknacks just laid out on tables, perfectly put down, very considered placement. And at the end of the shop front, you'd see a person that their race would be quite difficult for you to place at first, but you have heard of them. They're a unique combination of when a fire ganassi and an aquan have a child. It is an exceptionally beautiful steam ganassi who seems to be floating between the aisles. She looks pretty much like she does in the picture. You notice as she drifts past that her feet don't even touch the floor. She's just constantly levitating.
How's it going?
Why, hello there. I am Vapor at Pelagia, and this is Vapor's Bits. How may I help you?
I'm looking to
I think I've seen
go
you
ahead.
before. Anything like you before?
I have never met anyone like me before either, but thank you, I suppose.
Oh, I wish I could levitate like that all the time.
It has its perks for sure. Is there anything I may interest any of you in?
Yeah, I'm looking to sell
all my
some
merchandise
bits.
is fine. What did he say?
I'm looking to sell some stuff.
Yeah. Are these magic items at all?
Well, I got this bronze ring and I got a fancy book.
She kind of like pauses. I'm sad to say that I'm not interested in a bronze ring, but what is this book about? Is it anything arcane? Anything of historical value?
Yeah, it's about the history of nautical enterprises.
May I see it? And she puts out a hand.
Yeah, I've distorted the value, just so you know.
Okay. The investigation check.
Yeah, versus my spell save DC. Shit.
12.
Oh, 12 is less. 13 is my DC.
Flicks through it. What is the book actually about? What do you think it's about?
Like I said, about the history of nautical enterprises.
Sort of flicks through it. It's like, this is all rather ancient. I've never seen anything like it. Where did you come by this?
I just, picked it up from the Bayou Pearl.
Ah, right. Well, it would make a fine addition to my collection. How much do you want for it?
50 gold pieces, please.
Gold pieces?
Well, actually, I mean, it's technically worth 25 regularly, but it doubles that to 50, but I don't know if she's gonna buy it at half or whatever.
I'll give you 40 for it. 40 pearls.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll take that.
And, please feel free to browse. I am a shop, after all. I'm not just, well, it seems the shop has come to me today.
Do you have anything that's kind of cool but kind of cheap? I haven't got much money.
She sort of gestures around. You can see a lot of different knickknacks on the table, so you can roll a D100 if you want, see if anything stands out to Gilfie. I also have some more interesting stock if you're interested.
73.
It's a tea kettle that heats itself when it's filled with water.
Mm.
Oh. That's really cool, but I don't really want to carry it around. Have you got any other cool things that are worth 26 pearls or less?
26. Roll again. She would say that none of her more exquisite stock. Oh, what? What's going on with these rolls today?
Oh, no, Jesus Christ. Roll again.
That's ridiculous.
22.
It's a tuning fork made from a dark metal which glows with a pale white light during thunderstorms.
Oh, that's kind of cool. How much is that one?
I would only ask 4 pearls for it.
I mean, it's kind of useful. Thunderstorms. Sure. 4 pearls.
Now, I've got
Makes sense.
a business
Yeah.
proposition.
Yeah. Yes.
You're looking for arcane items, right? Correct?
I am indeed. It is my whole business here.
By the way, whilst Gilfie has been talking to her about this tuning fork, I'm gonna cast Distort Value one more time.
You do a sleight of hand check.
Oh shit. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh.
She would see you do it, but she wouldn't say it, actually.
Let me
She wouldn't
check.
say
Let me
it.
check something because I don't want to see what the. It's only verbal. It's not, and if it's only verbal, then I will gift of gab.
Okay.
So she
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
know what I said. So I just said, "Big stonks my bed." And I'm gonna cast it on the alchemy jug.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna say, well, I got this alchemy jug. I found it in a ruin. It's pretty fancy.
I will use this intelligence check for her to recognise it as that, and then I'll do her investigation. She's like, yes, I've heard of these. And then I'll do her investigation.
Yes, it
2.
fails.
Oh, what does it make? I've heard all sorts of stories how they had these in the Imperium.
You can make acid and poison and beer and honey and mayonnaise and oil and tartar sauce and vinegar and water and wine.
Well, it sounds extremely useful. How much would the distorted value be?
So, I was looking in the Dungeon Master's Guide. So,
Yeah.
uncommon magic items are worth anywhere from between 101 gold to 500 gold. So it's up to the DM what he decides, or she, or they decide where that particular item might be worth between those values. And
much
then
pound?
it would be doubled based off the distort value, but then obviously they're only going to buy it at half, so.
She would offer you 400 pearls for it.
400, that's pretty good. How about we say 375 and you agree? Oh no, that's stupid. I'm just take the 400 pearls, fuck it.
Okay. And as you make this deal, she's like, I suppose would you be more interested in my more exquisite stock now that you seem resupplied?
Yeah, let's go. I'm sad about letting go of that, but I need the money.
But she'd show you a number of items. She'd show you a feather token, which I'll post what it does in the chat.
Damn, that's
A
expensive.
lightning fragment, which is Real use some of his. For Gilfie especially, she'd point out, if you've ever been near the water, I assume land dwellers such as yourself may find this interesting. And she would show you a breathing bubble that you can put on, and it has an hour's supply of air, so you can go underwater.
Very
She'd
good.
also show you some thermal cubes,
I want the feather token so bad.
as well as a cleansing stone. She's got 5 of those.
Can I ask you something? Where could I, if I wanted to unload some, say some jewels or something like, gemstones?
Well, there should be a vendor in the marketplace. I assume you've seen it. It's buzzing with activity outside. Just make sure you watch out for pickpockets. They are virulent in the north side.
I'll be careful. That's a good point. Glad I got rid of my alchemy jug now. They might have stolen that.
Mm-hmm. Still your gold now, though. Oh, I want the feather token. I've only got 25 gold.
I'm gonna use my sustained supplies to buy myself a coral gemstone worth 100 gold pieces.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that 4 times. I'm gonna buy 4 corals. No, wait. 2,
For what?
2 corals. Sorry, 2 corals.
Corals.
Yeah, they're worth 100 gold pieces, according
Okay.
to D&D Beyond. And I'm going to use my last 2 spell slots to cast Distort Value.
In here.
Yep, I don't really give a shit if she sees. I'm not going to sell it to her. I'll do it as I'm leaving.
Okay. That's
And I
fine.
say I can't really afford any of your stuff right now, but thank you kindly.
Me neither, but save the feather token, because I really want that.
Well, you could always keep it, put a deposit down, and I could keep it behind the desk.
She like pulls out her gold. Like, I've not got much, though.
It's a persuasion check.
Mm.
If you give me 10 pearls, I'll keep it behind here for you.
Okay.
I will put that towards the value when you return.
Gives her 10 gold.
And do you see her? She takes the feather token and puts it behind her desk.
Hopefully we can earn enough to get that per bit, she says as she walks out. Thank you!
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you for your custom. Yeah, so would Rill and Hepatra meet them outside?
Yes. Is there anything? You guys get anything good?
Well, I got this tuning fork, and she pulls it out.
Ooh, cool.
It lights up when there's a storm. I thought that was pretty useful.
Yeah,
I
like a
had to
little
sell
warning
s-
something.
I had to
Yeah.
sell some bits, sadly. Had to get rid of the alchemy jug. But
Oh,
Oh, where are
You
you gonna
like
get your
the-
mayonnaise from now?
I'll have to find another one, won't I?
Hmm.
Or, maybe come back and buy it at some point.
yeah.
Well,
She also had a really cool feather token, which would have been really good, but
In fact,
then
I'm gonna
I'm
go
too
ask her if she'll keep the alchemy jug aside for me in case I want to come back for it.
okay.
I'll come in. I want to have a browse.
I'm gonna say that to her.
How much did you sell it to her for?
400.
She said you can buy it back for 500.
Ah.
Then I will keep it behind the desk for you.
Yeah, I just want it behind the desk. How
Hmm.
much to pay a deposit down?
Let's say 25 pearls.
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. Fine, 25 pearls. You keep that behind the desk for me. I'll come back and I'll buy it when I've been rolling in it a little bit more.
I'm sure you will be in no time.
It's also got a lightning fragment, which I
Yeah.
You wanna buy anything, hothead?
Brill's just staring at her.
Yeah. She
Lady, you're
wouldn't.
floating.
Yes, I am, and you are not.
Hey, she most certainly stuck on the ground. Sorry, that's rude. Are you, is it magic?
It's my mother was an Aquan, and my father was apparently his fire ganassi.
His eyes light up.
I say apparently, because I never met him, but I have this form. He was an adventurer, and my mother said, well, they don't stick about much.
Sorry. Do you know his name?
I only what kind of looks at you. This is all a bit much. She kind of gestures around.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't ever. I'm actually. My parents are both Aquan. And my sisters. I don't hear about people like me much. But you're right. I'm sorry. That's very forward of me. My name's Rill. At Stormcrest. Family's over on Full Sail. They run the Stormcrest Bakery.
I am Vapor Appalachia, of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Real. And his name was Inferno. That's all I know. Didn't come from this culture, apparently. He's a wanderer.
Thank you. It's an amazing shop you have here. My friend mentioned a feather token. How much is that?
Well, if you're interested in buying, and she would show you all the items that
Mm-hmm.
I've put in the chat.
Yeah, and his like nullite band would be glowing away, being
Yeah.
magical items.
It'd be white hot.
He'd like tap it and draw her attention. I don't suppose this would interest you at all.
Gonna have a look at it. See if she recognizes what it is. Oh, well, is it reacting to the magic?
I believe so. Yeah.
Looks dwarven. I wouldn't know how much to ask. Well, I don't know its value.
Neither do I, to be honest.
You would know how much he bought it for, though. Which is... God. Where was it? They bought it, Bilgewater.
Yeah.
He would have bought it for 250 pearls.
Oof. Yeah, he'd say that. He's not interested in deceiving her. 250 pearls it cost me.
I've never seen anything like it, and it must have value. Give you 175 pearls for it?
It's a very kind offer. I'm gonna say no for now, Vapor. I apologize for messing you around. I've got my eye on that feather token, but I haven't quite got the funds for it.
I'm surprised none of you have, well, you and your Howlin' friend with Bubbles.
Well, the bubble, it does interest me. And I could kind of afford it, but we ran into a very fun potion seller just this morning. And from him, I got a potion that will allow me to breathe underwater. Says question.
Was this Gudam Fizzy Cauldron?
Yes. Isn't he
Yes.
great?
He's interesting for sure. Well, you won't find any more interesting potions than him in the whole of the Shattered Lake. But he's hard to find. He only appears when you don't want him, and doesn't appear when you do want him.
Yeah, I gave him one of these. He holds up the shroom.
Gunn looks at it. I'm sure he said yes, right?
Yeah, with great enthusiasm, yeah.
Well, maybe we'll both see him again sometime.
I hope so. And I hope to be back. Check in with you once more, maybe once I got a few more pearls to my name. Thank you, Vapor.
Thank you. I'll see you all soon.
Nods and heads out.
Yeah. Right. It'll probably be about mid-afternoon at this point.
I want to head out to the market, but I'm gonna say, security team, we need to make sure we're watching for pickpockets. Apparently there's something
okay.
about...
Are we gonna be fairly quickly though? Because I did say I was gonna go tell them about the thing.
Yeah, I won't be long. I just want to sell some jewels off of this ring.
Okay.
Okay. Are you doing the security detail around Babette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gilfie will hop from roof to roof, looking for dodgy people.
So everyone on security detail, can you do perception checks, please?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give Gilfie Bardic Inspiration. It was a D6.
20.
You do see some pretty obvious pickpockets that you manage to avoid with knowing. One that stands out, because she seems to be being extra sneaky, is a small Aquan girl. You'd notice she seems to be you definitely see her pickpocket a few people by using this sort of half routine she's got. She seems to be doing impressions, making jokes, and when their backs turned, she just like swipes stuff from them. She approaches you, but you would quickly turn away. And Gilfie, see her tailing Babette and the security detail. You'd also notice that she doesn't have any teeth.
Should definitely
Oh.
point her out there at least. Careful of her down there.
Keep your distance.
And if you turned around to look at her, she'd like turn off and walk in the other direction.
Yeah. Better stay back. Right, there's a jewellery salesperson.
Yeah, you'd be able to find one, Babette.
Yeah,
So
I want to go try sell the 3 distorted value items I got left, which is the 2 corals and the bronze ring. Sorry.
do you want me to do the 2 corals first to see if they recognise them?
Yeah, please. They do not.
Well, no, it's for each one.
For the first one, they do not. The second one, they do not.
And then for the ring.
They do recognize. Well, that's fine. That's the cheapest.
I'd say that so one is a gem merchant for the 2, and then there's another merchant for this.
Yeah, that's fair.
For the yeah.
So,
How much are the corals worth?
they are
100.
100 each.
Okay, so yeah, you get 200 overall for both of them then.
Okay. Wait, I just bought them and sold them back for the same price. That was stupid. Oh well. At least I got them back for the same price. Would I be able to, could I talk to them and say, whoops, I did too much. If I say, if they don't mind paying a little bit extra for them, then I could throw in a vial of perfume.
Persuasion check, because these people aren't interested in perfume, but maybe you can appeal to them personally.
Yeah, that's a 14.
They would. You'd get an extra 20 pearls on top.
Alright, that's something. That's something. And then I want to sell the bronze ring, which is worth 10.
Guard look at him and be like, "You're having a giraffe here, mate. I'll give you 5 for it."
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I feel like I made some bad deals today. I lost my alchemy jug, and then I gotta buy that back for an extra 100 pearls. And this is why I was not, this is why my daddy always said.
Also, anyone in this market area, anyone can buy anything off the off the adventuring gear.
Can I sell this random javelin that I've got for some reason?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
weapons, tools.
So 2 silver there.
Yeah, 2 shells.
Yeah.
So the 3 I showed you can buy anything off there if you want. Especially if you have enough money.
No, I'm good.
Does Real see any? Though I know thieves' cant's often sign language and hidden code language thing. Doesn't see any markings around of thieves' guild or organization activity.
I'll do perception check, see if he notices any of them.
An 8.
You notice some markings on the walls, but you think they might be quite regional.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really.
Yeah, they don't make sense. Right?
There's clearly thieves here who communicate with each other, but yeah, it seems like a very specific to Pelagia.
Mm.
I'm just wondering, Hothead in particular, how averse are you to stealing?
Depends on the individual we're stealing from.
I'm just saying, these are hard times. I gotta get myself through, and well, that lady got my alchemy jug, and now I want it back.
I thought you sold her your alchemy
I
jug.
did, but then I realized it was a bad deal.
Huh.
I don't like being made a fool of, especially by some floaty lady. But I just wondering. I'm not implying anything. I'm just saying.
I don't want to steal off her, Babette, but if you can find me an asshole to steal off, to make the money to buy it back from her, I'd be up for it. I have stolen before.
What about that girl that first mate Feathers saw? Maybe we could try and,
Hi, I don't steal things. No,
you
no,
don't have
no.
to steal nothing.
I'd get fired for doing such things.
You don't have to steal nothing. We're just talking to Hothead. I wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
we could pickpocket the pickpocket.
Oh.
Beat them at their own game, like stealing from the poor and giving it to me.
Right. I hear ya. Often a good game can be to watch for the good pickpockets' targets. They'll often head for the big scores, so
I mean, that's
I'll
a good
I'll
idea.
keep an eye out.
All right.
But
I mean, maybe we should just look for work like normal people. I'm just
Yeah.
scraping the barrel here.
I hear ya.
I'm at my wit's end. How am I meant to cope with this little few pearls? Especially when I've been healing all year every day, and then that cost me.
Yeah.
I would
we-
say Schmug. Wait, he would have offered to buy that boat off you if you wanted to sell it.
Oh yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
Wonder-
Our
Oh, yeah.
spare boat.
A Wandering Star, yeah. He would have offered 25 pearls for it.
I mean, that seems
Yeah.
a bit insulting.
Well,
it is just a little robot.
An old friend like
No
Apparatus.
I think for he'd be like, he'd say 30.
I mean, it's Skilfy's boat. If she wants, sorry, first mate Feather's boat. If she wants to get rid of it, she can.
I don't really have a need for a boat. I mean, as cool as it is to have one.
I mean, it had a cool name though. You named it and everything.
Yeah,
Nah,
I know.
don't do it. Don't make the same mistake I did and give away the alchemy jug and then regret it.
I mean, I don't really need the boat.
Fine, we'll sell the boat.
Yeah, so you'd get 30 for the rowboat, and then you'd get 2 for the paddles.
There is no paddles.
No, there is no
Sick.
Oh
paddles.
shit. Okay then, yeah, you'd get 30 for the rowboat then.
You can have that first mate Feathers. Don't say I never got you nothing.
Oh, thanks for a bit. Still not quite enough. She looks disappointed.
I mean, I've also
Um,
got this bomb. We can just blow up the whole place and then take all the stuff. I'm just exploring the options. I'm not committing to anything.
Sing song would say, boss, when people are normally looking for work, we can always visit the taverns. You never know what people hear there.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we need someone to stay anywhere. I'm not going anywhere now. I've exhausted all the power of the pearl trying to swindle people and then swindling myself.
But I still need to go tell the PDF the things. But I guess I could meet you.
Yeah, we'll go to Rusted Bucket. You can meet us after if you want. First mate Feathers.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll find it.
Maybe PDF is paying for some work. I don't want to work for no PDF, but, times are hard. If I gotta work for the man, then I will.
Okay. Well, would they be giving out quests in a tavern, the PDF? I don't think so.
I mean when you go talk to them, see if they got any work.
I suppose I could. I guess I'll see you all at a tavern then.
It's a good question. Do we really want to work for the man? What you think, Hothead?
If they pay well, then we're not going around dumping on poor people. I'm down.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt a little bit shameful, Doesn't quite feel right. No Kaffir gonna be working for no PDF.
Well, we don't have to for that. Maybe everyone around here's got their own mission they can give us.
Maybe. I'm just saying that, doesn't hurt to know, does it? Knowledge is power, and I want all the power.
I mean, I can ask anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You ask, and then we can see if it's worth it.
Okay.
Maybe those stupid PDF folk, they're not exactly business smart like no Kaffir. They might, be giving away 1,000 pearls to go and, kill some fish or something.
Technically, boss, we should also receive some money for helping Flood. I mean, we did kill a few things back there.
That's true, but Flood's dead. He ain't giving us no money.
He's like, but somebody gave Flood the quest. And maybe if we find them, they're willing to give us some, a little bit of,
That's a good idea. First mate Feathers ask about that. The PDF probably don't want, no more fish farm to be staked up.
Okay,
They're gonna give us a little bit of
I'll
extra.
try and remember.
I just want a little bit of cream on the top,
I mean, if we all want to go into the main bit anyway, maybe we could all go together. But, I mean, I don't mind going by myself.
I don't want to go in no PDF place.
Okay.
I'll go with you. Guilty.
Well, yeah, it's up to you. I don't mind.
No, why not?
Yeah, me and
Why
Mr.
not?
Patrick and Sing Song and we'll just go slum it out at the Rusted Bucket. Get some drinks down us.
Sounds good, boss, and I can put on a little entertainment, as it were.
Exactly, the perfect evening.
Okay, well, we'll meet you later then, I guess.
Alright, good luck.
See you there.
Over and out. That's what they say.
I'll do Sing Song, Babette, and Hepatra first.
Could Rill have sold 2 sets of leather armor for 10 gold total? So that's half.
Yeah, he could have done that in the marketplace for sure.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
also bought a load of stuff just from the adventuring gear thing. It's all in the bag of holding. Phil's just been going around being like, "Ooh, that's cool. Here's some money. Shove it in this mysterious bag where it disappears."
Would you mind if I had that leather armor instead? I don't have any armor.
Yeah. So I'll only add 5 gold.
Babette sold.
I ain't gonna give you any money for it. You're part of my security team.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Take the money. I forgot I got my unarmored thing, so it doesn't actually help.
Cool.
Mhm.
I knew there was a reason I wasn't wearing any.
I'll do the Rusted Bucket first. So as you approach Rusted Bucket Inn is formed from an upturned clinker cog. It has seen much better days. Outside, a rusted bucket hangs from a post. the only visible sign that it could be an inn at all. Inside, there are planks missing from a creaking wooden floor, rickety staircases lead up to a second level, and a greasy bar with a double peg-legged and eye-patched turtle is spit-shining wooden cups. The Aquan denizens of the bar look round at you as you enter, but and quickly lose interest. And you can see this turtle behind the bar working the cup. She's like, and like spits from them.
It's Ollie! Oh, sorry.
Oh.
This place is a shithole.
Well, boss, it's the only tavern in the whole settlement on the north side, apparently.
When dire times come by...
At least it'll be cheap.
Yeah, I'm gonna go head up to the bar, talk to this turtle.
I will, shall I saunter in and try and get a little bit of information from the locals?
Yeah, good idea. Sing song.
You just hear this one. Well, good evening, gentlemen, as he strides over. And it trails off.
Yeah,
The bat approaching the
I'm
turtle.
approaching the turtle. How's it going?
Going alright. You knew it?
Yeah, I'm looking for a room and board and food and whatnot for 5 in total. How much are they gonna set me back?
5 barnacles per room per night.
So that would
So,
be 2.
25 barnacles.
So 2 clams and 5 barnacles.
Yep, for the rooms. And
I'll just give you 3 clams and you can keep the change.
cheers.
I was
Course.
wondering, I don't suppose folk like you might know if where someone can find a little bit of work to get them by.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, I can do that. Persuasion. That's a natural 1.
Well, you could clean the floors, I'll give you a few barnacles for it. Or you could give me a few barnacles and give you some more info.
Fine. I'll give you another 2.
Well, don't suppose you've heard of the fires at the logging camps?
Nope.
Yeah, well, some of the workers in here. There's been fires everywhere. Don't know why. Maybe ask the PDF, they'll give you something. There's also that, and he sort of like taps the counter a bit more.
Fine. Just have a pearl.
Oh, well, I can really get talking now. Fucking hell. So, there's a few things going round, mate. PDF hiring some mercenaries for a muddywug hunt to the north of the island. So, that's some job. There's also a thief pickpocketing people all across Pelagia. PDF want, get her or him. They'll give you some money. There's some other things going on, and like I said about the logging camps, a bit mysterious that one, but you could ask the PDF about that as well.
Right. This sounds really good. Thanks.
No problem.
We just want some more fish, please, if you got any.
Yeah, I've got spit roast more fish. I'll take it out of the pearl you gave me. I'll even give you some ale scum or some beer foam as well if you want.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Actually, seeing as you gave me a whole pearl, I call this little beauty. And he gets out this huge bottle, shell lacquer, and pours it in. Go on, take a drink. Free on the ass.
Oh, cheers. And yeah, I'll put it down, mate, while he's watching me intently, I imagine.
And is that your friend over there? Points to Sing Song.
Yeah, he's my subordinate.
I can tell. You might want to tell him to, shut up. People don't like noise in here.
Okay, I'll tell him to keep it down. Sing song, keep it down!
Oh, okay, boss. I wasn't getting anywhere anyway.
People don't like noise in here, and I can understand why. Sometimes you
I'll
just
I'll bring you and your boys some spit roast moorfish. Give you some ale scum beer foam as well. Does that sound reasonable?
That sounds good. Cheers.
Yeah. Well, hope I helped. And he winks with his one eye at you.
Right, let's I guess we wait for Hothead and First Mate Feathers to show up.
Well, yes. We can just discuss business of a future, boss. I'm sure you have many ideas.
Yeah, I like trying to hunt down that pickpocket. That was my idea. And then someone else had an idea, but I had it first.
You did, boss. You did. Maybe you can get First Mate Feathers to keep a lookout when she gets back, and we can hunt down. The hunter becomes the hunted, as it were.
Yeah, and we can make a little bit of extra money from taking whatever goods she's got, and then we can get the reward from the PDF. That's like double the bank. Paka-pow!
Sounds like we'll be really rolling in it again, boss. I can feel it.
This is why you hang out with Big Stonks, my bet.
Hey.
Sorry, I mustn't say that too loud. Big Stonks. Bold bird. Yeah. You just think that sing song. This is a start of a new enterprise. I can feel it.
Well, the longest journey and the most successful journey starts with the first step, boss, and I really think we've done a few more than that so far.
Exactly. Well, this is it. I can feel it. I can feel it in my fish bones.
Sing Song just gestures around at this really shitty pub, and he's like, "The big times."
Exactly. Mr. Patrick knows it.
Mr. Petra is unbelievably asleep.
I thought she might be, and I just assumed that she was standing away from us, watching over the room, intimidating all night.
Oh,
yeah.
I've literally never seen someone sleep in that position.
I will do you guys, and we shall finish up the session.
Beautiful.
You return to the gatehouse. You see the one singular guard on duty.
She he gave her a card before, right? A card?
Yeah.
Yeah, she pulls it out. She's like, we just came to give you guys some information and warn you guys and tell you stuff.
Oh, does she hand out the card?
Yeah, she holds it up.
Oh, this must be important. You really want to see Lieutenant Commander Caspian Ap Grandservant? He's rather busy.
I mean, anyone that can pass on a message, you know.
Well, this seems to be who he's gestured for you to meet, so shall I guide you through, Bastian?
If you could. I wouldn't know where to go otherwise.
Follow me. So, he leads you through the dour wooden gatehouse. So, as you enter the Bastion of Pelagia, the style and quality of buildings changes dramatically. The plank floors below you are well trodden, but clearly well maintained. Huge warehouses line the docks as cranes unload cargo. A small collection of stone reinforced lodgings over here. Presumably barracks with tiled roofs are patrolled by steel-clad PDF guards, which highlight the order of this area compared to the last one. You hear loud whoops and shouts coming from what appears to be an indoor bazaar, like a marketplace. As you're led further in, smithies, like around here, are working diligently as the forges bellow black puffs of smoke. All the industry you'd expect to support an army can be seen: masons, carpenters, and armourers. Finally, you're brought to a larger stone building, this one here, which flanks the famous Conch Keep, and you can see this huge conch shell basically sitting on a stone building, just piercing the air. So,
Indeed.
I will take you to Commander Caspian's quarters. He should be able to help you. So
Okay.
he leads you through this rough stone building, decorated with reliefs of fabled animals and beasts from the deep of Shattered Lake. Finally, you come to a low door, styled as though a captain on a ship's quarters would be. So you may want to knock. I need to return to the gatehouse, but you should be able to see yourselves out.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Oh, I didn't expect to be brought so deep in. I guess we just knock.
Yeah.
Knocks on the door.
Come in!
Goes in.
Yeah, real voice.
As you enter the office, which is clad in rich smelling wood and decorated in fine silk, a foppish-looking Aquan resides behind a driftwood desk. The waves of his hair are finely adorned with tokens of precious metals, and he has grown a wispy beard, which is painstakingly trimmed. He wears the fine officer's garb of the PDF and nods politely in your direction as you enter. He stands up. I'm Lieutenant Commander Caspian ap Grand Serpent, of the PDF. Please take a seat, both of you. I have been briefed about your incoming. The machinations of Pelagio are great, so do not be surprised.
Oh, it's been quite impressive here so far. She shuffles over to sit down.
Real, take a seat as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Say, my name's Rilap Stormcrest.
Oh, fine name. And you are Miss?
Gilfie Golius, messenger of the Aryan.
Oh, beautiful, the Aryan. I've never been myself, but I hear it is a grand old place. Maybe not so much as the Conch Keep, though.
Maybe not, but if you've been briefed, so.
Oh, wait.
You know?
Would you care for some wine? It's only,
Not for me right now. No.
Mr.
Yeah,
Stormcrest?
sure. Thank you.
Pulls out this fine little goblet. It's a vintage from Pinmouth. They grow it well down there in the Hemstone Isle.
So I hear. Yeah.
Quite
Quite a rare vintage, I suppose. It would be
Oh,
a
of
great
course.
opportunity to sample. I mean,
They don't-
you'll feel like,
It's good. I'm just reluctant to drink on the job, you know.
I don't give my visitors any old plonk, so a few 100 years old. That's it, really.
Wow. Thank you.
Very impressive. So what have you been briefed?
I've been told that in the Moorfish Lagoon and Cordal Isles specifically, you encountered what was described as worshippers of Jorophon, which it sounds like you even engaged them, which sounds mighty impressive to me.
Well, we did try, yeah.
Well, we in the PDF, we do respect any information brought to us. And we had heard that Cordal Isle shut down. We just didn't know that the whole situation was as tenuous as you made it sound. Did you bring any proof?
Did we bring proof? Remember?
Only what we saw, sir.
Yeah, there wasn't really much proof to be brought that was specific enough.
My my friend, he points at Gilpy, suffered badly.
Yeah.
She was narrowly escaped with her life.
Would her feathers be all ruffled and stuff? Like, or did she clean it properly?
She's cleaned most of it, but some of them would still probably be slightly damaged.
Looks over. How would you describe what attacked you? Was it monstrous? Was there a leader?
There was a
Yeah.
definite leader, Hurley.
Ooh, you remember his name? I don't.
See if he's heard of this.
Was he like? Wasn't he shark face as well? I can't remember. Something sharky.
No, he was all
Mm,
strong and
mm,
burly Hurley.
mm.
Hurley. He was the foreman of the Coeur d'Isle. Yes.
Yeah. There was him. There were these horrible spawn. They looked all corrupt, like people corrupted, and they were slow to move towards us, but horrible when they attacked.
They hit
And
my
then-
sword.
Yeah, and then there was some of his. I don't know whether they were PDF troops, Captain, that had been turned, or if they had simply stolen PDF uniforms, but they were wearing PDF uniforms and they were working for him.
I have heard of these spawn of Jawthon. Most concerning. Somewhere so integral to the sustaining the settlement here being overtaken, and you suffered yourself. I'm inclined to believe you, and I will send out a token force to the island to secure it. Here,
If I'm
here.
if I may, sir, a friend of ours was killed and taken inside.
I'm sorry for your loss, but we will try and recover his corpse, or their corpse.
His name was Flood Ap Merscale from Bilgewater.
He nods, kind of sadly. Well, this isn't for your dead friend, but I believe that you've encountered these creatures, and the PDF pays for this sort of information. And puts a bag of 200 pearls on the desk and slides it across to you.
Gilfy's reluctant.
Citizens of the Shattered Lake should not have to put themselves in danger. It should be the PDF's responsibility, and I can tell from the details of your story, and of course your kind of gestures at you, Gilfy, that you have suffered.
Yeah, it's just she looks over at Real.
I know, Gilpy. It feels weird taking money when Flood died, but I think we just have to say to ourselves that we'll put it to good use.
It's also just because, well, this is my job, is to send messages, so it feels weird to take money for
Oh, I see.
my job. But if you want it real, go ahead.
I'll hold on to it, but
Okay.
we'll talk about it later as a group.
And have you been told about the Lacosta at Blackpool?
Yes, this is a matter I am less inclined to believe. You know the Lacosta of fairy tales and legends.
Again, I don't really think we have any proof, but what we say is the truth. And if you were to just go have a look, then maybe it's worth just having a look and confirming the story. I'm
I
not really sure.
had heard this. I'm willing to send a force, but well, if I move soldiers from one area to another, I somehow have to cover other obligations I have. There is a small matter on the island itself that if you take care of, I'm willing to pay you. I'm willing to move these troops who should have done this job to Blackpool, as you say. And I will, if you do this job for me, I will grant you access to the Pelagic Armory, the Cross Trident Inn, and the whole of the Eastern Bastion itself, and you may roam as you see fit.
I mean, that sounds good, because I think we were looking for some work to do anyway, weren't we, Ro?
Yeah, definitely. That sounds great.
Excellent. Well, you may have noticed around here there's a lot of shipbuilding, and shipbuilding requires wood, which is what this island used to be about. It is the heart of the whole navy and important to the independence of the Shattered Lake itself. So
Girls nodding along.
when you lose contact with lumber mills and sawmills across the island, would you agree that is rather worrying?
Well, yeah, I suppose it would be, yeah.
There has been a disruption in communication between Pelagia and one of these lumber mills. All I ask is that you go out there instead of these troops I am willing to send to Blackpool and have a look what's going on.
And just report it back to you?
Well,
Or...
it depends. The more that you do in this job, the more soldiers I can send to Blackpool, the more I can reward you, and,
Okay.
well, the wealth may be worth it itself.
It sounds like a simple messenger's job. I think we could do that. And she looks to Rill. It's his opinion.
Yeah, that sounds right up our street.
Good. I thought it might, based on your stories from before. Very well. Is it a deal? He stands up and holds out his hand.
Yeah, Gilfie stands up. It's a lot shorter, so she reaches up to shake his hand.
He it's like,
Yeah, Ro shakes his hand afterwards.
very well. Return here. I will give you this. And he gives you a card, which looks similar to the one before, but it's got some sort of inscription below it. This is my calling card. If you are to leave the Bastion, my men will escort you out. You will be let in and escorted to me when you are willing to undertake this job.
Okay. Yeah, is there a time limit? I mean, we were planning to stay for a couple of days, I think.
Well, the sooner you go, the sooner I can send these troops to Blackpool.
Okay. Yeah, we want them to go soon as well. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad to be of service. And she does a little bow.
Thank you for the wine. Holds
It
up the
is-
glass in salute.
My pleasure. The PDF is here to serve you and all good citizens of the Shattered Lake. Thank you all very much.
And she steps by the door, and her wings come out all the way, and does a full-on proper bow, and then leaves. Okay.
Yeah. You'd be escorted by guards to the north side of the island again, and shall we end the session from there for today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.